was the 90s. Mama didn't understand it, and Daddy always said that I was going too far. Said there's never any compromising if you try to win the battle to be who you are. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? 5 years later,
That's not gonna cut it.
back with the same old faces and dead end places. Things kept going wrong. I'm getting to thinking my daddy was right all along. So will you take a little walk on the wild side? Be careful that you never slip your hands from the wheel. There's never any compromising when you're blinded by reflections from the part of you that's real. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? Somebody else like me. Somebody else like me. Somebody else like me. Somebody else like me. frequencies take me to another place, so far away. In this night's all alone, gave myself to the radio. These rainy nights all alone, lose myself to the radio. In this night's and a dream, gave my heart to the radio. Rainy nights all alone, lose myself to the radio. Faded scenery in the back of my mind, playing over through the night. Lost in a daydream of make-believe, just a silhouette to the light of you and me. In this night's all alone, gave myself to the radio. These rainy nights all alone, lose myself to the radio.
We're 150 people here on the stream tonight, and we got about 20 likes. It'd be great if we could do better than that. I aim for 100 likes on every stream. If you could do me a favor, thanks so much.
Rainy nights all alone, lose myself to the radio.
Thanks for the membership. 30 likes on the stream, and we agreed to get a lot more than that because we have hundreds of people watching.
Hey now, Stratford, we are here. It's time for another plunge into another crazy topic. So crazy, you won't be able to believe it. Before we get to that, let's get some business style announcements out of the way here. Extremely important business style announcements. Extremely. Cyclops, you're thin ice. Stratford rules, all right? That's what we're here. Stratford fucking rules, all right? So, extremely important business style announcements. This is going to change your fucking life, dude. Watch this. Watch this. This is extremely important. Keep your eye on Rambo right now, all right? Watch Rambo. Boom. Hit him with one of these. That's what I'm talking about. That's extremely meaningful. Next up. You want to know what else is meaningful? Check it out. Look behind the chat. You see that beautiful lady right there? Check this out. Check this out. Bada bing. Change to your heart's... Oh, come on. Do it, please. Boom. Chaval. You can now change the beautiful lady behind the chat, my friends. It also costs $1,000, so there's no fucking spam. You know what I'm saying? But there you go. Extreme. This is gonna take us to the top. You thought WPIG was already the best radio station on earth? Well, oh my friends, clearly didn't expect that. Extremely important announcements. All right, that's the business style announcements are done. No. Misery Merchant. That's a warning. That's a fucking warning. One more business style announcement. Well, not really business style announcement. This is part of the real show now. So let me get this fucking GTA music off. Come on, Chew. We need the background music off, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I did not mean to get angry, but you know. Very high strung right now. 2 big bills coming in. You know how it goes. Real quick. So we're doing the plunge. And like we mentioned earlier, on the plunge, we are filling out our WPIG Iceberg. And this is it.
Currently, we're at 40 likes and climbing. It'd be great if we could get a bunch because we have almost 200 viewers. It would be great if we could get some more likes. It helps the stream and the channel in general for discoverability purposes. Okay?
Yes. Oh, a big space heater from Steve of the Dead. Hope you're doing well, my friend. The space heater, not anything else. It has no other purpose except for space heating. But here we go. This is the legendary WPIG Iceberg. And today, everything on there is now a command that you can, if you do that command in chat, you can see the episode. You'll get I hope so. Let's test it, all right? Pro Jared. I'm going to do Pro Jared. And you should get the link to that episode. And there it is. Yes, it works. So everything we've covered on the show is now a hotkey command. So you can check that out. Today, we're covering medication. So we'll figure out at the end of the show exactly where we want to put that on our legendary iceberg. But today we're covering the medications of Darkside Phil. And we're gonna see how it's gonna go because I mean, to be honest, this one's a little bit out there.
50 likes. We
50 likes. Oh my god.
I don't know why people would come and enjoy the stream and not like it. That's just really weird.
It's really weird, right? Really weird. So that's all the stories we've covered. I personally put, and Steve of the Dead, you can attest to this. I think everything that comes from the Dead Sea Scrolls is the bottom. It's the fucking bottom of the ocean. I mean, you got to go deep to get that, right? That's really deep. That's deeper than a Washington dump. You know what I'm saying? That's really deep. That's deeper than a month's worth of Jasper shit that's not been taken out. You know what I'm saying? So all that's there. All those moments are done. DSP Institute.
Thanks for the membership.
Thanks for the membership. And everything else goes up. We'll see where medication stands after today. Let's put the iceberg away for now. Bye-bye, iceberg. There we go. Now we're back into it. And bite your fingernails, DSP
All right.
Institute.
Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that.
Big up, Swaggy Davis Jr. You really get a pull as well. But let's get into it. A little bit of preamble here. So what I started with was I heard this video in one from a Snort Hogan video. I was playing on WPIG, and Phil says the words "cocktail of medications." Right? Cocktail
60
of
likes
medications.
now. We're at 60. Again, we're going for 100, guys. If you could, please like the stream, and of course, all of the support is greatly appreciated.
So, cocktail medications, just, that's a big word, right? Cocktail of medications. Steve might be on a cocktail of medications now. I have a cock myself, but no, just kidding. But a cocktail is a big word. When you say cocktail of medication, that sounds like a lot, right? So let's hear what Philip, first let's watch the clip that got me decided to make this episode, and then we're going to see how far we go. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a topic where it's like a fucking onion. Because once you start going, it's this and this and this. And I figured some of those could be future episodes. So we're going to stick with medications today, the cocktail of medications. BBC style medications. So let's go. This is the thing where he first mentions it. This is where we're going to start. And then we're going to go through all the meaningful and very supportive. Big ups, Rel.
Thanks for the membership.
Big ups. Got the angry cat there. Hype for that. But let's get into it. This is the first mention of cocktail of medications. And then we're going to go through the years and see all the other mentions and have some other stuff, fun stuff mixed in. So let's get to it. Thanks, everybody, for joining. WPIG 6051. Let's rock.
In their lives that aren't perfect. I'm sure these, even if you're filthy rich, that does not.
He starts talking. This is based on, this video is from June 14th, 2018. He's talking about depression. All right. And this is before the modern depression talk. Big up Swaggy Davis Jr. with the 2. Says, big ups, everybody. Wishing Steve a speedy recovery, and we all do as well. And Craig does as well. I asked him earlier, and he said he does as well. Awesome. But let's get into the cocktail medications lore. Let's fucking go.
Does not make you immune to having all kinds of shit go wrong in your life. Trust me, as someone who for 2 or 3 years was making big bank, it doesn't.
Big bank. Making big bank.
I mean, life is perfect.
Black brackets.
There's still shit that can happen behind the scenes and everything.
I love this. So we start off with, even though I was making a lot of money, things are not all great. So don't think they were, assholes, okay? Get the hint? Tip now. Let's go.
But in general, the topic I want to discuss to end my podcast this week, or this month, whenever you want to say, is depression. All right? Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about, by the way. Even though you'll have comedians who are self-deprecating and they'll joke about their own depression and whatever. Okay. In reality, it's a very serious issue, and if you don't take it seriously, it could really negatively affect your life, the lives of others, to the point where... All
right, sorry, I'm already going 1.3 speed. Already annoyed. I lasted at least a minute there, right? Or almost a minute of normal speed. But here we go, 1.3.
If it's untreated and or unmanaged, it could result in death. Okay? Real talk. Okay. That's the bottom line. It's not...
Oh, early one here. Hang on, let me get my bell ready. Here we go. Sorry about that. Bottom line bell. First of the day. Let's go.
Some people, I hear such crazy misconceptions about depression. I hear people say things like, oh, that's just someone who just loves to feel sorry for themselves. Just ignore them. They're just going to be over there and be negative about everything no matter what, right?
Have you heard that? Okay.
I've heard that. I actually heard about 2-3 months ago on social media. It wasn't 2-3 months ago. It was about last year, I think, on social media, on Twitter. There was...
This was spurned by that guy, what's his name? Anthony Bourdain committing suicide, I believe. That's what spurred this rant in the first place, okay? That's what happened in the first place.
The guy, some MMA fighter, I don't recall the guy's name. He wasn't a notable guy who I recognized, but the guy had like 100,000 followers, and he was very...
Oh, he's talking about Andrew Tate, by the way, right now.
I don't recall the guy's name. He wasn't a notable guy who I recognized, but the guy had like 100,000 followers, and he was verified on Twitter. And the guy apparently is rich. He's got a beautiful Adonis-like body, right? He's got a...
Oh, very beautiful. Beautiful Adonis-like body. That's just funny. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's just funny how you said that. It's got a beautiful Adonis-like body. Oh.
Twitter. And the guy apparently is rich. He's got a beautiful Adonis-like body, right? He's got a hot girlfriend or wife or whatever. So his life's perfect. And he literally...
Whoa, you hear that? That's what you need to have a perfect life. A beautiful Adonis-like body, okay? Have a lot of money, and his life is perfect. Hot. Very cool.
He's got a hot girlfriend or wife or whatever. So his life's perfect. And he literally said on his Twitter feed, he says the following. People who are depressed just need to get out of that rut in their life. Depression isn't really an illness. It's just that people are not having good things for them. And therefore, they're stuck in this negative rut. But if you really work hard and you're determined to get out of that negativity, instead of focusing on it and saying, woe is me, you can overcome depression and you can beat it and all of this. And he says this to his, hundreds of thousands of followers. And I started reading, being someone, someone who actually has suffered from depression and still have it. That's another thing I should say right up front to you guys who never experienced depression or don't know anything about it. Depression, even though some people claim to be cured of it, at least in my experience, it does not go away. Okay. Depression is something that when you get it, it's there with you forever, and there's ways to manage it, and there's ways to forget about it.
Big ups Lasagna Cat, who says, Andrew Tate has a body Phil would like to see in WWE Champions. Oh, definitely. That's his kind of body. He loves looking at those bodies and getting the JPEGs for them.
And ways to not bring attention to it and basically focus on the positive things in life. But I think the best way that I can describe it is kind of like a little passenger that's always along for the ride and always is going to be there. And I know that sounds really fucking weird because I think it sounds weird too, but
this does sound very weird. It's a little passenger. So we all got a little passengers here, guys?
it's true.
Guys, we're
Like, I'm gonna
70
tell you
likes.
some
If you're
stuff.
having a good time tonight, you give the stream a like, we hit 100 likes, we'll do a celebratory bubble blow. That would be swell if you could do that.
It's gonna be fucked up. Trust me. You're gonna be like, really? If you don't have depression, you're gonna what? Really? Yeah. Some of the things I'm about to say are gonna blow your mind.
Oh,
But
some of the stuff you got to say are going to blow your mind. Get your little passengers ready. You listening, buddy? Here we go.
it's true. Like, it's not a person's fault who has depression that they have it. This fucking guy on social media, it's your fault because you let yourself be a failure in life and you didn't work hard enough to get out of that failure and you gave yourself this woe is me attitude, and that's not depression. That's you feeling so. You know what the fuck?
Imagine getting this triggered about something Andrew Tate said on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
What an awful, terrible, horrible thing to say to someone who's suffering from the disease, because you basically turned them into a guilty. They're now guilty. They've done something wrong and they're guilty, and that's why they have this illness. That's not the case. There's people, yes, absolutely. There's people who have guilt over things and that gives them depression. There's people who just get it. It could be hormonal. It could be just
80
wires
likes,
crossed
everyone.
wrong in your
20 more to hit 100. That's the goal for the night.
fucking head. You know, you can't place blame for someone getting an illness like this because it's not necessarily something that's resulting in that someone did something wrong or was not determined enough, didn't work hard enough. You know what I mean? That's like the worst possible thing, all right, that you could say about it, is that it's someone's fault, and, you know, that's ridiculously bad.
Okay, get to the point. Getting annoying. I want to fast forward
Okay,
already.
so people now are going to argue with me about semantics because they're being jerks in the street. It's not a disease, it's a disorder. All right, it's a disorder. It's not what I'm talking about. Jerks in the street. It's not a disease.
Let me look at this. Look, he notices he's too low in his own camera, so he sits up, noticing he's not centered here. Watch this. Okay, well, crap, I'm not centered. Let me sit up. Let me keep looking at my face here. And now let me do it again. Now I know I'm in the center of the camera. Yeah. Is this the dark passenger or is this DSP? I'm not sure. Is the dark passenger doing this? Or is this the real person? Okay, we'll keep going.
It's not what I'm talking about. We're not here to argue semantics and shit. All right, we're here to talk real turkey about what this is. This
we're here to talk real turkey. Okay, guys, shut the fuck up. We're here to talk real turkey.
I'll call it a disorder. Oh, for the little Nancys who might get offended that I said disease instead of disorder. Oh.
Now you're calling them little Nancys? God, we're talking real turkey to the little Nancys. Okay, we're talking real turkey to little Nancys. I don't want to hear anything about this. All these assholes that can't take jokes. All right. Depression is real, little Nancys with dark partners, dark passengers.
Oh my God. Okay. So
what the fuck?
The bottom line is it could just be as small as a self-doubt, all right, that balloons into something way worse.
Okay.
It could be something that actually happens because of something negative in your life. So it could be, you know, you're confident about something and all of a sudden one day you don't feel confident and you start building up this big ball of negativity about not being confident anymore, right?
Got the ball.
Or it could be you're super confident about something and you fail, and now because you face this adversity, now you get this big ball of, man, I'm not good enough, and I'm never going to be good enough to do what I thought I could do.
So Phil is saying so far that if something bad happens and you feel bad about it, that means you have depression. Okay, sound good? Sound good? That means everyone on Earth is depressed, by the way. So sound good.
It could be based off of many different factors: physical appearance, intelligence level, financial level, skill level, any kind of a challenge in your life. It could be a mental one. It could
Was that an N-word? King of the Ring is asking for the M-word. I didn't hear that, but
be off of many different factors: physical appearance, intelligence level, financial level, skill level, any kind of a challenge in your life. It could be a mental one. It could be a physical one. It could be anything. That's what I mean. Like when people say depression in general, it's that.
Okay, never got. Okay, I got it. That's not worth going back for, but you could rewind it.
Very generalized term. This could be a disorder that forms from so many different pieces of a puzzle that could create this inside of a person.
It's a puzzle.
But in general, it usually comes from a moment of negativity, a moment of weakness.
I don't think depression comes from moments, does it? I mean, I don't know anything about fucking depression, but it's not. I don't think it's a thing that's like a switch that's like, boop, I got depression. Cool.
You know, even though it should be said that, like I just said, you could be the richest person on the planet, the happiest person on the planet with absolutely everything that you would ever want, and you could still suffer from it. You could still be like, man, I feel terrible about this or that. Okay.
She sucks his dick.
Big ups, Logan says only the most nuanced, compassionate depression takes from Phil. He thinks any bad day is depression. He is so unhinged. Yeah, that's what he's saying. It could come from something bad happening, a skill issue. Big ups on the black and white OJ. Nice.
Now, what I can tell you
is card there.
My own experience, all right? My own experience with it and how it's affected my life okay, and how I've dealt with it. Because
How have
really,
you dealt with it?
the thing is, it's different for everyone. That's another thing I should say. It's different for everyone. This is not a universal thing that's identical. Every single person is different, okay? Every single person on planet Earth is different to begin with. But everyone who goes through this
Okay, so now we're knowing everyone on Earth is different. Okay.
and has to deal with it differently because everyone might have
Does everyone have their own passengers though? And are they Nancy's?
to a different extent and for a different reason. There are
Okay.
some people who definitively, if you get rid of the problem, maybe it'll go away for them. And there's
Mm-hmm.
other people, if you get rid of the problem, it will never go away. Okay, it'll always just fucking be there.
Right.
And there's different options and different things you can do to negate that or to mitigate that is what I meant to say. Okay?
Okay, quick check. Better take a sip. Sleazy asshole.
All right.
Chew the water.
And by the way, I see people are cheering. I'm not going to read those because I want to focus on what I'm talking about. All right? I do. This is serious. I just wanted to do this before
Phil.
anything.
Go,
okay?
Phil. Go,
So,
Phil. DSP.
All this being said,
People are cheering.
In my case, back in high school, I started having feelings, of self-doubt and things like that. And that's normal. When you're in high school, that's like the time of your life when you're just riddled with emotions and you're in the middle of puberty and all these changes, life changes are going on in your life and you feel these weird feelings back and forth, like maybe you're not good enough or whatever. And, that's fine. But for me,
So that's something everyone in their fucking life has had, except for the rare person that goes through high school, confidence the whole time, feeling good. Who did not feel like an asshole when you're a teenager at some point? You know what I'm saying? I think we all do have fucking dark passengers then. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was depressed though. I think I was being a fucking teenager.
I can tell you guys, without actually telling you the full extent of it, I was on a cocktail of medications, okay?
Oh, there we go. There's the key word today. I was on a cocktail of medications.
The full extent of it. I was on a cocktail of medications, okay?
That's why we're here today,
And
right there.
One or two of the medications, known side effects were that it could cause depression, but I didn't know that.
Okay, so you heard it there. One of the known side effects can cause depression. All right, so we're gonna get into that more and what he's talking about there. But let's hear the end of this, and then we're gonna start our journey. Okay, so let's hear the rest of this though.
Because I didn't read the side effects, I was just trusting my people who were making these decisions for me. And
What? You're a teenager. What are you supposed to do? What are you doing? I didn't read the side effects myself. I trust my mom. Dumb bitch. Doctors. I trust them. Assholes. Come on, dude. No one did. When you're in high school, a doctor says take medicine. You fucking take it. Right, let's go. Let's read one of the side effects. Remember, it's not a cure for depression. One of the side effects was causing depression. All right, that's a key point. Let's keep going.
so I ended up taking this medication that literally within like 2 months of me taking the medication, my whole personality was changing. Okay, I went from this like more positive, happy-go-lucky kind of a guy to more of like a brooding kind of guy.
Whoa, dark, brooding kind of guy. He was like Edward from Twilight. Hype. Big girls started liking him then. That's when the girls started. That's when the hot Latina found him, I guess.
And I felt in my head that I'm never going to have success. It doesn't matter how much I work at life or how much I do, that I'm going to be worthless. Girls will never like me. It's just really
That's when he started liking emo. Hands down, this is the best prom that I never could go to. Never would go to the fucking Asian. She turned me down.
real negativity, big ball, everything, just negative. Okay, no matter how success I had, I would do great in school. I go on a date with a girl or whatever. Go to hang out.
XXX. I would go on a date with a girl. Right, that's something people do. That's something people normally do. I would go on this date with a girl. Yes, very normal.
Do great in school. I go on a date with a girl or whatever. Go to hang out with my friends, having fun, and I would be the outgoing kind of happy-go-lucky guy. But that was my outer appearance. Inside, in my head, it was literally the opposite. Like I felt like I was worthless. Like I wasn't a friendly guy. Like people were just bullshitting me. I wasn't a good guy.
I wasn't a friendly guy. People were bullshitting me. Sounds like you're just saying words that come to your mind that don't have any meaning because you're just making it up. What?
I wasn't funny. I wasn't attractive. None of those things mattered. It was all bullshit in my head, because that's what it does to you. It eats you from the inside. It's kind of like they say a toxic thing or a virus. It'll eat your psyche from the inside and make you feel like no matter what you do out in the real world isn't really happening, or is it just futile? It's not gonna last.
Yeah.
That you're still eventually gonna fail. You're still eventually gonna have this big negative thing happen to you. Okay. Now the good news is, eventually I got off the medication and I stopped. I could tell you. Real talk. When I was in high school, at one point I was to the point where I was losing it. I wanted to either go do something drastic or go nuts. There was a girl who I was like,
so go do something drastic or go nuts. All right, that's all he said there. I remember that being much worse than it actually was, because I think your mind, when you say do something drastic, it fills in the blank yourself, right? So when I heard that, like I remember we put this episode together and someone said, remember, you better find that video about him when he said he would like shoot the school. And I kind of remember that too, but it wasn't.
Great, guys. Our goal is 100 likes on the stream. We're at 90. Come on, we get 10 more likes, please.
Please. So I thought it was something like, I remember shooting school too, but that's not what he said. He did say something drastic. So we kind of fill in the blanks ourselves in our own minds back then, I think.
Go do something drastic or, go nuts. There was a girl who I was like obsessed with for a while.
Burger
and I really do feel like the reason
King.
was because of the medication I was taking. And it wasn't because I actually was legitimately like
Black
that
Mage.
girl.
He only wanted a man with a majestic schnoz. That's the person he really wanted. He never could get. That's the first time we've seen that $4 level Burger King animation.
I was taking, and it wasn't because I actually was legitimately like that girl. It was just a mistake.
What? Hold on here. Hold on, pimp.
Go do something drastic or, go nuts. There was a girl who I was like obsessed with for a while.
2
and I really
years.
do feel like the reason was because of the medication I was taking.
No! He didn't even like the girls because of medication. Right. Very normal. Dude, people have crushes. It's a normal thing. And people don't like you or don't like you back all the time. It's a normal thing. You don't have to blame it on something. Come on, man. You don't have to blame everything on something. Just for once, say you couldn't succeed in life. And that happens. That's a side effect. Man, this is a hell of a drug. Side effect of this is that if you take this medication, it'll make you like girls. It'll make you like girls for 2 years and get so depressed that you want to ask them to prom, but then you decide against that and let them take who they want to take. Remember we heard that last episode? Really cool. Really normal.
And it wasn't because I actually was legitimately like that girl. It was just the meds were fucking with my head. And so
the meds were fucking with my head, so I liked a girl. Nick, I see this, brother. We'll get the gambling system back to your... It's 50-50, though. I don't think anyone else... It's attacking you, Nick. That's it. That's all I can say.
I was thinking of doing crazy shit, all right? Once the meds ran...
Okay, crazy shit. So that crazy shit doesn't make it sound like suicide, though, to me. Which would you might infer from him saying doing crazy fucked up shit. That sounds like doing something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't sound like suicide. But again, we're just reading into what he's saying.
Were fucking with my head. And so I was thinking of doing crazy shit, all right? Once the meds ran out, it kind of went away, but that nagging feeling back here
we go.
Never went away. So my whole life, everything that I've strived to do, everything that I tried to turn into a pot. I say a lot of times, I'm the king of hate. Right? I'm the guy when people talk down to me and they say I can't do something and I'm a piece of crap. And I use that negativity. I use that toxicity to
You wanted to be the king of hate. Let's not get that twisted.
Fuel me, right? To say, no, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become...
Shout outs to Mr. Medicare with the subscription.
That person that they say I can't be, and I'm going to be successful no matter what. But even though I have done that, there's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me that I'm a bad person. It's telling me that I don't deserve any success. It's telling me that I'm ugly. It's telling me that I'm fat. It's telling me that I'm gross. It's telling me that I'm not funny, that I'm worthless, that I'm a sellout, that I'm a shit.
That's you watching your streams back, sir. That's not anything on the dark part, the passenger.
That I'm a piece of crap, that I don't deserve any kind of positivity. I don't deserve my girlfriend. I don't deserve the love of my parents. I don't deserve to live. And it's there. And it never fucking goes away. It doesn't matter how much you try, for me at least, I've never been able, even the moments of my greatest success.
I love it. WWE Champions time.
I'm at Evo.
Thank you all very much for the engagement today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Here we go. Strap in. We got it. Now we can be done with these animations. Pay the man. Pay the people out there the 100 likes.
That wasn't a very good one. It kind of sucked. I'm not going to lie.
It did kind of suck.
Kicking ass in a tournament or whatever.
Ass.
And I feel great about myself. Within a day, it's gone because this comes back and tells me I'm a piece of crap.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I'm an alcoholic.
This is Sparta!
No! Big ups, Francisco. Triggered the Jaha animation. You're a legend. I think Phil is confused. That's his conscious, not a dark passenger. Exactly, Francisco. That's him being a human, watching his streams back, saying, holy shit, this is bad. I'm not funny. I don't... Oh, and Jaha's weapon! Look at that! The double-double! The pull of legend. The 300 shield is the pull. That's legendary. I didn't set that up. That was all by happenstance.
You know, or
Awesome.
on YouTube, I'm making big money. I'm putting out videos on YouTube that are getting hundreds of thousands of views. I'm being told I'm one of the funniest Let's Players there's ever been. And
Who's saying that, Slayer? Thanks for your email, Jade. Yes, I do agree with you. I am one of the funniest Let's Players.
massive success on YouTube, and everything's telling me, great, okay? And it's back here, and it's telling me, nope, fuck you, you're a piece of crap, you're
a piece of I won't do this. We'll be here all fucking day if I do this. But he says, you're a piece of grap. You're a piece of grap.
And it's telling me, nope, fuck you, you're a piece of crap, you're a piece of garbage. And, it never goes away. There's always...
It was mixed between garbage and crap, and it said grap.
Self-doubts, for example.
Big up Jinx.
You'll be told that you're good looking, okay? Your depression won't let you feel that, even though...
Who said this, sir?
You'll look in the mirror and say, okay, and people will tell you, you look good. Nope.
No, Banana Jones, it goes off of the amount numbers. So that's what like Mexican pesos too always trigger it. So I gotta fix that. I gotta make it check the fucking exchange rate.
Your depression will tell you no. All right. There's days. All right. There's days when I wake up, and by the way, there's idiots in the stream chat telling me that they don't know they're idiots. I'm just gonna ignore all of them because they're just there to cause trouble as usual. Yeah. There's days when I wake up and for absolutely no reason, there's nothing that's triggered it. I just feel incredibly sad, a ball of sadness, right? For no reason. It's not like I woke up and things went wrong today, or I woke up, you know what I mean? I'll just be sad for no fucking reason, okay? Now, why? And that's the thing, too. If you try to treat it with logic, it doesn't work, because depression is not logical. Depression is not like...
God, you hear this air conditioning, by the way? That's from him.
Cause and effect. Oh, I cut my leg and my leg hurts. It's not like that. It's like it could just happen, and one day you feel like shit for no fucking reason. There's been days, this is real, okay? When I was doing YouTube for a living, and I told you guys that I couldn't work today, I don't feel good. That's because I was depressed. That's not because I was actually physically feeling bad or sick. It's because I woke up and I felt awful. My mind was fucked.
Yeah, the gin tends to do that, sir. Continue.
And I just couldn't even get my head together to get a thought without thinking negative, terrible, sad thoughts, right? And what depression does, it also makes you focus on negative times in your life, even if you're not in them anymore. There'll be a day, I'll be in the middle, all right? By the way, I wish that we had, okay, thank you. Thank you, Popsicolo. He finally stepped up and he's starting to ban some of these idiots from the stream chat who I'm trying to ignore. All right. There have been days when I'm in the middle of something completely positive and fun, right? There's no reason for me to be sad. There's no reason whatsoever for me to be thinking about negative things from my past. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the thought of something incredibly bad and negative from my past jumps into my head and it kills my mood and makes me sad as shit or angry or upset. Why?
Okay, I'm getting bored with this now.
Nothing triggered it. Nothing fucking triggered it at all. It just, whoop, and it fucks you.
You're not saying anything.
You could be in the middle of something tremendously happy, and it sucks the happiness out of you. All right?
All right.
And it sucks because you could try as much as you can to get rid of it, or you could try to distract it, and it doesn't go away. It's still there. And it sucks.
This thing has been all over the place. So now it's on the shoulder. It's been on the shoulder, behind the ear, in the back of his head. Oh, look, the dark passenger. He's putting his dark passenger back on the shoulder.
And it sucks. It's people, just like people, ignorant idiots in the stream chat are saying right now as I'm describing this to you, oh, that's just a self-esteem issue. Oh, it's just wrong. And that's what I mean. That's the worst thing you can do to someone who has this, is to tell them they're wrong, their problem isn't valid, it's something else, and how dare you act like you have a problem. That's the worst thing you can do, because it just makes them feel even worse. It makes them feel, now I'm even more worthless because maybe I don't really have this problem. It's just me. I'm a weak person, and I'm a piece of crap, and it compounds it and makes it even worse. So literally, the reaction that I've gotten from people in the stream chat who don't have it and
where are you pointing, sir?
Understand it, okay, is exactly the kind of reaction that makes it worse in people. So God forbid if someone someone who has it or says they have it or they're feeling down and do not react in that manner. That is just going to make them even worse, okay?
Right. Now, okay. Can we be
ladies
done with this, please? I'm done with this.
There are some ways that you can deal with this.
All right, I'm done. He's not talking about medication anymore. We heard the fucking part about the cocktail medication he was on in high school. Now, he didn't say anything about what it was for, right? That we could all agree on. He did not say one fucking word about what the medication was for. So now, my friends, let's go on our field trip of the day. We'd find out where that's from. I do want to, I can't not do this just because I can't not. Marijuana counts as medication, right? Let's hear this story real quick. It's not that long. I have to.
Well, basically in college, my room was the party room because
let's count how many lies we hear. I've already heard one. How many more are we gonna hear?
My roommate both got scholarships to college. So our room was
Scholarships to college for whatever. Valedictorian, by the way, just for the record, I don't think a valedictorian would go to the school he went to. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it's not a big school or anything. You'd think valedictorians could get to better schools if they want to, but remember he said it was called the athletes got the scholarships or whatever the fuck. Let's keep going.
It was like at the corner of the dorm, so we had our own bathroom, like a huge closet. It was like the best room in the whole fucking dorm. So we had parties every day, and
parties every day, right? Yeah, Fairfield.
One party, this girl had come, and she already had a boyfriend. Yada yada yada. I messed around with her, whatever.
She already had a. This is such a sneak. She already had a boyfriend. I just messed around with her, whatever. Okay.
A week after that, we had another party, and she came again. So we're having a party, and we had so much liquor. It was, like, ridiculous.
We had, like, 4 pounds of liquor, you know? We had, like, 8 kilos of beer. We had 2.5 kegs. It was nuts, dude.
A whole fridge full of beers, which must have been, like, 3 or 4 30-packs.
We had, like, 4 weeds. It was incredible, dude. Going nuts.
We had handles of anything you could think of. Tequila, vodka. I mean, it was...
We had handles of everything you want. Tequila, vodka, steering wheels. Cabinet handles. Oh my god, dude, so many handles.
Ridiculous, and everyone in the dorm was there. So some idiot gets the idea that they want to smoke too. Now it's one thing to have that much alcohol, but then mixing
have herb, yeah.
You know, it's
you know,
really
right.
So someone
you know, Phil was like, why is he saying herb? I'm talking about weed, dumb fuck. Not that. Yeah, dead school. It's just a background noise. You know how it was. This is way back in the day.
goes, gets herb. They're smoking in our bathroom. I'm like, oh, this is kind of getting out of hand. But as long as we keep it under control, we should be straight. So, party goes on longer. 2 girls get really drunk. One of them was the girl that I was messing around with. She's passed.
So messing around with the one he was messing around with that already is a boyfriend. Right.
Passes out on my bed.
She passes out on my bed. Right.
Another girl who actually was a friend of ours passes out in our bathroom. Like, neither of them can move. They're so fucked up. So we're all there, and
I think it's an opportunity. I hear this is an opportunity.
On our bathroom. Like, neither of them can move. They're so fucked up. So we're all there, and it's maybe about 1:30 in the morning. The party's just about to end. All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. What the fuck is that? And we look up, the fire alarm went off.
Wow.
Now, do you know what happened?
That wow right there is so fucking fake. Like, you know they are laughing at this internally. It's incredible.
This is when the fire alarm goes off at college.
No.
Basically, it's total lockdown. Everyone must leave the dorm regardless of what time it is. You lock your doors, and what happens is the RA goes to every door and unlocks it to make sure no one was asleep, so he can get them out in the event of a fire.
Right.
So, I hear
wow.
I go, oh shit, and I get up and I'm like, we have to get everyone out. And I turn around to look for my roommates. Everyone ran out the fucking room except for me. And I got 2 passed out girls in my room. I'm like,
this story, man.
motherfucker. I can't carry 2 girls at once. It's impossible. So I said, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run downstairs real quick, see if it's a real fire. If it's a real fire, I'll tell them there's girls up there and we'll all run up and save them. But I can't carry 2 at once. I'll, kill myself or whatever.
Yeah. No, you just can't do it,
run
right?
all the way downstairs. It's not a real fire. Someone had pulled an alarm, some bullshit. We don't know what's going on with that. Later on, I actually find out what really happened.
He tells a story like your grandpa does, you know? He's like, in his 70s, like, all right, well then back in the day, I went there. And you wouldn't believe it, but who was there? Yes, there was a bear. It's like trying to be exciting, but it's like, come on, man.
The girl who I was messing with had a crazy boyfriend. He came looking for me with a fucking, Bowie knife. And he was
like with a fucking Bowie knife. All right.
So drunk when he showed up, he didn't know what dorm I was in. He didn't know what room I was in, but he knew what dorm I was in. So he
didn't know what room I was in, but he knew what door I was in. Okay.
Started going crazy, with the Bowie knife, and someone called the police, and he cut.
He was going crazy with the Bowie knife.
Some fucking water pipe with the Bowie knife.
What?
And somehow it was some crazy fucking story. He set off the fire alarm, basically.
Let's just, for the fact checking of it's out here, he cut the water line with his Bowie knife, which set off the fire alarm. All right, keep up.
Trying to get me out of the building.
By the way, we now have 110 likes on the stream.
So we go outside, and I'm like, oh, I'm safe. There's no real fire. We're gonna be good.
This story is so unhinged.
I was messing with walking down the stairs, totally pissed drunk with a firefighter. I'm like, oh shit. So she walks.
What? Why would that be bad? She's walking downstairs with a firefighter, going where she needs to go.
Up to the corner, and the way it was is like, imagine that this is the corner of the stairwell right here. She walks up, and she walks down the stairs. She gets to the last stair. She goes, "I'm okay," and the firefighter's right here, and she goes, all over his crotch. So he's.
All right. You tell me what's going on with these arms right here. You tell me. What is these arm movements? When he's done the story, it looks odd. Watch.
His crotch, so he's fucking covered in fucking
Oh,
vomit.
I guess like orangutan is the best way to say it. It's really strange. And I guess he's trying to show his arms are covered. I guess maybe that's it. But look at this.
All over his crotch, so he's fucking covered in fucking vomit. He's like, "Oh, you bitch!" He's like so pissed. So they fucking cart her back to her apartment.
Anyways, all right. I know I was going for the weed story, but I'm losing it.
Not only did we find alcohol, but and they
Okay,
go,
here we go.
"Well, we got bad news for you." Like, what's that?
What's that?
Not only did we find alcohol, but we found a bowl sitting on your sink. So
You
now
found
we
one
have
of the
legal right
plants.
to search your entire premises for drugs. So they start tearing
Excuse me, sir. Why are you whispering? Can we just tell the story?
apart our apartment. Now keep in mind, at this point, it's like almost 3, 4 in the morning. We were there from 3 or 4 in the morning till 7 in the morning while they ripped our fucking apartment apart. Imagine
You're saying it took 4 hours. 4 hours to search a college dorm. 4 hours. Okay, you know the size. If you've been to college, you know the size of those fucking dorms. It takes 4 hours. What are they doing? They're getting prints on everything too? Come on.
Imagine going through your house and just ripping your drawers out, throwing your clothes on the fucking floor. And as they're doing this, they're piling it in a pile in the center of our room just to say, "Fuck you, look at what we can do." Tore our bed apart and everything. So the funniest
Tore our bed apart. Yeah, they just left it like a total mess. All right, guess this is clean. Everything's just torn up. Beds apart, feathers everywhere. I don't think that's allowed without a warrant, probably, but okay.
part of the story is that there was drugs in the room. Big bag of fucking, like a chunk of weed. Was all
It's a chunk of weed. It was like one of these chunks. It was like a nugget of weed, you know? It was like one of those nuggets.
was left because I guess they had smoked it all. And it was actually sitting on the counter of my friend's computer that said like it was right here.
Yeah.
And the stupid fucking dude, the firefighter, he goes, well, it was actually campus security.
Yeah.
He goes,
Excuse me, sir. Look at this guy saying, yeah, by the way. I love this guy, whoever this is. He's like, yeah. Listen, guys, he's going to keep saying the crazy shit. Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead.
the fucking dude, the firefighter, he goes, well, it was actually campus security.
Okay.
He goes, oh, we gotta look for drugs, and I hear that these kids, they hide it inside their computers these days. What? So we have to check inside the computer. I'm like, dude, this guy's a fucking idiot. So
they hide drugs in computers.
I swear to God, he goes like this. He grabs the side of the computer, he unscrews it, he takes the side off, and as he takes the side off, he knocks the weed off.
He unscrews a computer? I don't remember that part. Campus security unscrewing a computer to check it. Right.
He sucks his dick.
Big ups, Logan. Good luck in your pool. Logan says, I was an RA. A full room search takes 5 to 8 minutes. I was a pro. We needed the cops with us to do it because laws apply. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you need cops there. But 4 hours?
He goes like this. He grabs
Unscrewing a computer?
the side of the computer, he unscrews it, he takes the side off, and as he takes the side off, he knocks the weed off the desk onto the floor, and he stomps on it like that and tracks it into the rug. So they never found the drugs.
Oh, shit.
Me and my roommate and I were cracking up in front of the fucking guy. He's just such a...
Okay, that's so insane. Dude, unscrewing a computer requires special tools in some cases. It's not like a fucking screw. You get your needle nose screw and you're ready to roll. I mean, you're fucking, Phillips screwdriver and you're ready to roll. You know?
You're a fucking idiot. But...
All right, whatever. I'm done. Back to the real episode. I shouldn't have even done that, but I can always watch that. So let's go. We're going to get into the mentions of medication from here on out, all right? So reasons that he might have been taking that cocktail. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, laptop. Even that's what I'm saying. Laptop is incredible to unscrew. You think he's talking about a desktop? You know how many people don't even know how to do that? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, there are just so many lies. I'm done. It doesn't. Let's not talk about the the nuggets of truth that might be in there. So the cocktail of drugs, right? What was they talking about? We're going to start finding out now. Here's the first mention. This is 2010. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Shout outs.
Just so everyone knows, unfortunately, I am suffering from allergies pretty bad. So there might be a couple issues with my voice. There might be a couple things going on, but I'm going to try to do my best to still be entertaining.
Okay, sorry. I will correct myself. I was thinking laptop in my mind, but you're right. If he was using a desktop, there could be thumb screws. I apologize.
I'm heavily medicated right now with several different allergy medications, chloroseptic for my throat. So we'll see how it goes. But first of all...
Okay, that's it. That was just a little tiny one. Nothing about the story. This is where we get into the story. This is where we get into the real story. So now we're going to jump to 2012, okay? 2012, he's going to talk about playing an instrument. Let's roll.
Episode this time. Hey Phil, my question is, are you musically experienced? Have you ever enrolled in a music class or lessons to learn how to play an instrument? And that's from Long Live Cows.
Pick up shout outs to Long Live Cows.
Good question. I think a lot of people wonder about my musical background since I do tend to sing in a lot of my playthroughs and such.
No one cares, but go ahead.
And some the stuff I make up on the fly, you know. No, I've never been trained in any kind of an instrument or anything. My history is...
You may be surprised to know, even though I know you've heard my singing voice and you might think it's so fucking awesome. But, no, I don't have any official training. Might be surprising to you guys.
When I was a kid, my parents actually bought me a play drum set. It wasn't like a professional drum set. It was for a kid. And I banged the shit out of it. But, you know, I wasn't any good at it.
In what way did you bang the shit out of it?
I was just messing around, and I never really took it to the next level where I invested any time into learning how to do an instrument.
All right, so that's a present from Linda they didn't give a shit about. He banged the shit out of it and said bye to it. All right, let's go.
In high school, a friend of mine actually had a guitar and like a how to learn how to play guitar thing, and when I started doing it, my fingers were fucking killing me. And I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, that's what happens when you start to play guitar. I know that, but at the time, in school and whatever, actually, okay, so I guess this will coincide with it and something completely unrelated. I actually took Accutane when
Accutane, my friends. The first ever reference to Accutane is coming here from Darkside Phil. Let's hear this story, then we got a little bit more about Accutane to get into.
I was in high school because I had exceptionally bad acne, okay?
Exceptionally. This is exceptionally bad acne. You might have had exceptionally bad acne, but have you had exceptionally bad? Let's hear it.
When I was in high school, because I had exceptionally bad acne. Okay?
Whoa, now that's bad. That's bad. Exceptionally.
So I took Accutane, and I don't know if you're aware what it does. It completely changes your metabolism and different things about your body to try to stop the acne. But what it also does, it completely dries out your fingers, and so your fingers get cracked and even bloody at times. And because of that, I was like, I can't learn how to play guitar. My hands are already fucked up. I can't hurt my fingers doing this, so I never learned guitar.
Another excuse to never do something new, right? That's what it was. I mean, I don't doubt that can happen. And what I've learned of Accutane, it is fucking serious. And it can do shit. And remember when Phil said the medicine made him depressed? Well, I looked into it, and that is absolutely a side effect of Accutane. And some people mentioned in the Discord about what it does, but I'll show it to you here. It is legit. It can fuck you up in a real way. So I'll just read it. I'm not going to show it. What's the point? Oh, I guess I can show it here. But here you go. Let's look at it. So the side effects for that can include mood or behavior changes, anxiety, nervousness, confusion, hallucinations, irritability, hostility, thoughts of suicide or self-harm, worsening mood, feelings of depression. So this is real. I mean, this when he says a cocktail of medications, he's talking about Accutane. I expected way worse. I expected ADHD medicine. I expected all this shit. He's talking about Accutane. And we're going to keep going on with more stories about Accutane because he's going to say, but he is taking it for Accutane. That Bilbo, I had that joke loaded in my head. I promise I'm not stealing it, but now I am stealing it. That was my Accutane. Boop, 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 boop. That was my Accutane. We got to get a redo of that song with the Accutane. Because it could have been the Accutane, right? It could have been the Accutane. But let's hear more stories, of course. We got to... Oh, God, not yet. Not yet. Let's finish this one here. Then we'll get to it.
I do have some musical background. When I grew up, I went to a private school that had a music class, and so we always sang and learned different songs and stuff like that.
Private school. Okay, by the way, the school is a plunge we are definitely doing. Because he's called his school a normal school where he was the minority. He's called it a shitty school, and now it's a private school. He's called it so many things. Grammar school. What is it?
Went to a private school that had a music class, and so we always sang and learned different songs and stuff like that. I always had a knack for picking up songs and theme songs for, like, I can still sing to you any of the theme songs from the childhood shows that I watched. DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin.
Are you serious, dude?
I know all those things.
Are you serious? He's trying to get credit for remembering theme songs from when you was a kid? What? Are you serious? Dude, I remember the theme song to Darkwing Duck. Tip, please. Thank you.
A penchant for, like, catching these ditties and tunes that were kind of catchy, and I could remember them perfectly.
You remember theme songs. Theme songs!
Outside of that, not really. Like, when I was in...
What is this loading the lie? I won't pause it, but look at this loading the lie pause. That was a... Looks like an AI mouth, but it's not. Right, let's listen to this pause.
Perfectly. Outside of that, not really. Like, when I was in high school, I actually tried out for things like the High School Musical or whatever. And it was funny because every time that I tried out, the people were like, holy shit, this kid can sing. And then
Okay, let's hear how he didn't get it. Let's hear how he didn't get it. Let's hear how he didn't get the job, even though they said, holy shit, this kid can sing. Let's hear.
I never got a good part because, unfortunately, it was more about...
If you're so good, they give you good parts, brother. Let's hear how he didn't get the good part. Let's see how he talks this one away. Was this the medication as well?
Like, holy shit, this kid can sing. And then I never got a good part because, unfortunately, it was more about popularity. It was more about who's the better looking person. And those people always got the lead roles. For example, the class president got the lead role of the musical. They gave me a part as an extra. We're not an extra. I had a speaking role. And, of course, they wanted me in the chorus.
I had a speaking role. I was the usher. Your seat's right here, sir. Row B. Thank you. So I was speaking.
But they never put a part as an extra. We're not an extra. I had a speaking role, and of course they...
I sold concessions. They thought I was so fucking good. They put me in concessions.
If
it
I
was
speak
awesome.
today and I hit none of the goals, I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll be going grocery shopping. I guess we're gonna eat a lunch meat sandwich.
Big ups, Clackmate666. Drake has no talent card. Big ups, nice pull. Guaranteed music class was the Catholic choir for Jesus. Probably. But he was so good that they gave him a speaking role. As an usher.
They wanted me in the chorus, but they never put me in, like, a prominent role. Which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure those people right now are doing absolutely nothing musical, while here I am singing and doing stuff in videos that thousands and thousands of people watch on a daily basis.
Bro! God, we could do this all day. Old videos are worse than you remember. That's what I'm learning from this. He said, I'm singing to thousands of people. Okay. Not to go off too much of a fucking field trip, but let's hear about the song singing that DSP does, okay? So this let's just get an example of some DSP singing from back in the day, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's see how it sounds, right? We should be able to hear how good singing it is, right? Big ups down 4 punch. That was my concession.
No, I'm playing like shit because I'm so angry. No.
This is those guys that got those prominent roles. They're not doing this. Let's go. Oh, you want Dracula? We got a Dracula request from Brand Dude. I might respect that one. That's a classic.
Yep.
Get to your mission. If she says no, that just means yes. That's not even on YouTube right now where I'd play it. But he says, like, yeah, If she says no, forget what she says. Just get to the mission, whatever that is. It's worse than you remember. I promise that.
This happened to me. No. I have to replay fucking Transylvania. No.
Play the song.
Point in hanging out.
Sing the song.
No.
I'm fast forwarding.
Shit. Oh, here we go. Fuck.
Here we go. Here's the song.
Cocks and dicks. Balls. Ass.
Yes.
Unwashed tape. Fucking shit. It's bullshit. The game crashes too much. I hate replaying same gameplay. Fuck this shit every night, every day. Come on. Fuck this.
Another request.
Oh, that song. All right, here we go.
Get the fuck
Dracula.
up. Get your ass
This song is so
up.
popular. Superstition, fear, and jealousy.
Hey, all you assholes in the fucking theater, you got those lead roles? Look at me now, motherfuckers. Look at me now. By the way, too many bills coming up. If you could support, that does mean a fucking lot, guys. Let's fucking go. Also, by the way, tips are getting low. If you don't mind, we could get that up, all right? Try to get to 600. Fuck everyone. What's up, Derich?
Dead, I am the one exterminating sun, sipping through the trees, strangling the breeze.
Oh, hot dog or fries, man? What would you like? Oh, sir, your seat's on row C. Thank you, row C. Seat 8, seat 8.
Dead, I am the sky, watching angels cry, while they slowly turn, conquering the world.
All right, we're done. That was fun though. That was a good fucking that was a good fucking field trip. All right, we're done. I love the clapping too. Yeah, I'm doing good. You assholes in the theater. You are fucks.
So I think it kind of proves the point that if you have talent, you should give people a chance rather than worry about pop music.
Oh, wait, we gotta hear this again.
Singing and doing fun.
We gotta hear this again. Gotta hear this again.
Of course, they wanted me in the chorus, but they never put me in like a prominent role. Which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure those people right now are doing absolutely nothing musical, while here I am.
He's saying they're doing nothing musical. They're doing nothing musical. So let's hear, what is DSP doing musical? Dead XO, you came in at a great time.
Singing and doing stuff in videos that thousands and thousands of people watch on a daily basis. So I think it kind of proves the point that if you have talent, you should give people a chance rather than worry about popularity and bullshit. But who knows? I mean, my life could be drastically different if I ended up being musicals and stuff. I don't know. I mean,
I could have been Brad Pitt.
I love music. I actually enjoy singing. I just don't do it that much. But no, I have no formal training. I have no instrument skills or anything like that. But I actually do.
That is, when someone says that, you know they're a douchebag. We're like, yeah, I got no training, but you know, I learned my skills myself. You know, like it's cool. Obviously, it's cool to learn music yourself and do it, but you don't brag about it. Like, yeah, I never learned no formal training. You know, I just got good. You know, it's like
if I
it's one
stream
of the
today and I
things.
hit none of the goals, I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll
Big
be
ups,
going
Black
grocery
Mage.
shopping. I guess we're gonna
Again, I gotta make this one shorter. It's
fuck,
too long.
eat a lunch meat sandwich.
Big up Sean Stevenson as well. My ears are bleeding. Talk about tone deaf. Oh, come on. You don't like
Enjoy
that?
music, and I might have actually gone a different way with my life if stuff had been different. But it is what it is.
Yep, those assholes. All right, let's move on positively. No Dragula again. Get past that. Let's get into, we're going to move to 2012. More talk of the medication. Let's go.
At least in the United States and in some other countries, they actually.
Oh, right. Politics side Phil incoming, I believe.
What's going on, everyone? Dark Side Phil here, and happy Thanksgiving. That's right. Today is Thanksgiving, at least in the United States, and in some other countries, they actually have similar holidays. This is traditionally a day where we step aside, we take time out from our daily
Take time out as I record this video for 50 minutes.
lives to meet with friends and family.
I won't be doing any of that. I have no friends, and I don't care about my family. But yes, most people do that in America, not those other countries. I don't even know what they fucking are. You know what I'm saying? Who cares?
To have a really great meal together and to be thankful, to overall be thankful for a lot of the things that that we have that are going great with our lives, and maybe even
be thankful for what you have and what's going great on your life. Okay, sounds good.
have a little bit of inflection and to look a little bit inside.
Okay. I think this is the wrong word. I'm going to go back. Did he say inflection? have a little bit inflection, I believe.
With our lives, and maybe to even have a little bit of inflection and to look a little bit inside of ourselves at what we've undergone in the past year, the trials, the tribulations, but the success.
It's good to have some inflection. That's my favorite part of Thanksgiving as well, is when you can really inflect and just get that inflection you might be missing.
As well as the failures, and to kind of have a bigger picture perspective on your life overall. And of course, I know there are people who just treat it as a commercial holiday, and all of this is about the food and watching football and boozing up. But for me, it's
that's what it is for you. Let's hear how it's not about that.
Just treat it as a commercial.
How do you inflect?
Holiday, and all of this is about the food and watching football and boozing up. But for me, it's always been a day when I try to
I stream as much as possible and shit out as many videos as possible to continue making as much money as I can. But let's hear what he says.
Take some time out to think about the big picture and overall, how am I doing? And last year, unfortunately, being that it was a hardcore gaming season, I was so busy with so much stuff. I didn't really take time out to do that, and I'm very kind of disappointed that I didn't, because I think it is very important, especially for someone like me who's doing something with their life that is so different than what the majority of people out there do.
Let's hear how special I am. I can't remember why I put this one in here. He better talk about medicine soon.
That I really need to take that personal time to think about myself and
right.
my past, my present, my future, and what overall I feel about everything that's been going on. And that's really what I'm going to do with this video. You know, a lot of other people, they're doing Thanksgiving spectaculars with crazy fucking effects and big montages and huge special...
No, sir, they're just editing their videos. That's it, sir.
...guests. But me, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to talk.
The least effort possible. That's what I'm going to do best.
I'm going to talk about the experience over the past couple of years being here on YouTube as a full-time gamer. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the things that I'm very thankful for, because there are an overwhelming abundance of things that I am thankful for. Updates and in different kinds of videos, and you hear me about being negative. It is about being positive and maintaining positivity, and there's an overwhelming amount of things for me to talk about when in regards to...
I'm fast-forwarding a little bit. I can't remember why I did
completely different environment right now. It is a cutthroat environment. It is dog-eat-dog. It is a very competitive environment to get views, to make money. Laid off only a year and a half later. It completely blindsided me.
Oh, God, we're getting the full pre-stream. I don't want to get the full pre-stream. I know I put this in for a reason, though.
Yeah, I have basically paid off almost all of my credit card debt, which is like a huge weight off of my shoulders. Because if...
Spoiler, he would get into more credit card debt, way worse than he has now.
All of my credit card debt, which is like a huge weight off of my shoulders. Because if you understand how credit cards work, that's revolving debt. That's debt that makes money on itself every single month that you have it outstanding, to the point where if you're just making minimum payments, it could take you longer than your mortgage to pay off that debt. And I was really bogged down.
Imagine that, man. So he was in credit card debt, incredible credit card debt, got out of it, and then went back. He went back to Shawshank, right? So he learned, he managed to get enough money to to get out of it. You know, he was making so much fucking money he could get out of it, and then he went back into it. He went straight into it.
And it was unfortunately, it was hindering me from doing a lot of things in my life that I wanted to do, and I was able to take care of that.
Oh, Stein, big up Stein.
So I'm extremely grateful to be able to, number one, consistently have fun doing what I'm doing in a positive way. There was long stretches of my life where, sure, there were women and there was stuff going on, but it wasn't like a serious relationship.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
It's changed for me, and one of the biggest life-changing things that has happened to me in this past year, I am overwhelmingly grateful to have a girlfriend who loves me, who understands me, who, through a lot of the very stressful things that have gone on over the past year, has been there for me, and who has basically changed my life in a very positive way. There was
Shout out
if I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it. Okay, I seriously would do it.
Smash cut to Waterfield doing a Thanksgiving ad viewing ceremony. Yep.
Long stretches of my life where, sure, there were women and there was stuff going on, but it wasn't like a serious relationship where I really considered that this might be someone who I would consider spending, you know, the rest of my life with. And
how lucky is she?
Someone like that in Panda Lee, and I am extremely grateful for that. And even though, you know, it was a big decision for us back in February to announce publicly.
I've gotten 125 likes on this stream.
Here on my YouTube channels that, you know, we were a couple and we were going out to introduce her to the audience, and then subsequently, because she is a gamer just like me,
she's a gamer,
decide to introduce her to certain playthroughs, and of course the amazing amount of backlash and negativity that we got as a response to that.
We need it.
Undeniably, I knew was going to happen, but it was a decision that we kind of collectively decided amongst ourselves that we would be able to accept and to put up with that kind of a response.
Okay, I'm getting bored. I thought there was something here, but maybe
I
not.
feel like that's the kind of the point in my life. Number 3, the views were so good that they pretty much paid for a major chunk of our trip. So it's like a win-win. We're having
Sneak burp.
pretty much paid for a major chunk of our trip. So honest, number 3, the views were so good that they pretty much paid for a major chunk of our trip. So it's like a win-win. We're having fun. We're sharing this with others to have an overall feeling of like positivity to be.
Sorry you had to hear that, Leanna. I'm checking the transcript just in case. Did he say anything about medicine? Hey, let's keep listening. I'm
Able to share this with our fan base, and we're getting paid for it at the same time. Like I would love in the future to be like a traveler who goes around the. I had to get major medical treatment for my back, even though my back is still a major concern. And just to give everyone an update on what's been going on with my back, it's been on and off. Earlier this year, I'll be completely honest with everyone, it was in a pretty bad state, especially during the times when I had traveled to E3, and then right back after getting out of E3, I traveled to too many games for that convention. Like during that time period in June.
All right, I'll board. We only got an hour left, so I'm aborting. I have so much more to play. So nothing. Well, I'm not sure what was there. We got enough more to see. I promise you. Let's go. Next, we're gonna fast forward now to 2000. That was 2012. We're fast forwarding 2015 now. We get some more medicine talk.
That if, God forbid, something went really wrong, let's say, I don't even want to say that I got cancer. That's a terrible thing to say. Let's say some disease. I was diagnosed with some disease, diabetes, and I needed to get tons of medications or something like that, tons of treatment. All right, they will make me pay $5,250 out of my pocket that I don't have. I don't have $5,000 to spend. And then once I pay that, then they'll say, okay, we'll probably cover the rest. So if I got into a car accident and all my legs were crushed and I needed to be held up in.
We already covered your car accidents. You almost got your face impacted, but you didn't. But we're not sure how many there was. Was it 2? Was it 4? We're still trying to figure that out.
The hospital for 3 months as my legs, were in casts and were being rebuilt or whatever. I'd pay $5,250.
Your legs are in casts and being rebuilt.
We're in casts and we're being rebuilt or whatever.
Oh, he really is he's a machine. He's a machine. His legs are getting rebuilt.
I'd pay $5,250, and after that, they would cover most of it, if not all of it, for the rest of the bill. Wow, what a great health plan. But what about the $200-some I'm giving you a month? So that's what, $2,500 a year? Where the fuck does that money go? Oh, to the sky. Because guess what that's doing? That's paying for the people who can't afford to pay. Remember I mentioned earlier?
What?
Medicare, Medicaid, the people who don't have jobs, I'm paying for their health care. So my $200 a month doesn't pay for my own health care, it pays for them. And if I have something wrong with me, I still pay for it. That's Obamacare.
Go, Obama, take. Oh, whoa. Look what we have here. What a pause. God. Nice pause here. Look at this flying. Look at this. This should be the... Okay, if you ever want to know what Obamacare is, let me show you. Whoop, zoop. Obamacare, here to help you. Hello, my lady. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. That's the part he wanted. I couldn't get a major part, but I was an extra, and I did this thing with my hat. Whoop, zoop. All right, I'll stop. I like how long it stays up.
Genius. I mean, how could you not think that this is a great healthcare system where you pay money and get nothing for it? I mean, wow. That's fucking amazing, right? It's stupid. It's asinine. It makes no fucking sense. It's terrible. And I'll tell you right now, at the end of this year, I can't change my health plan. You get locked into a health plan.
Okay. I think this is health insurance bullshitting.
My health plan. Increase pay. Maybe I'll pay $300 to $400, and then have all my medications covered. If I get a sickness, I'm covered. Versus all
right. So by the way, I'm playing this. What? I'm playing this for
$5,000.
I'm playing this for a reason because something he's gonna say later. So I'm trying to show you a little bit of a sampling here of all the times he talks about medication shit. Because there's a reason for that. We're gonna get the payoff later, as I always hope to do. Here we go. Here's some during. Now we're going to fast forward another year, 2016, June 21st. There's only been one mention of Accutane so far. And that was that first thing I fucking told you. That first thing I showed you of Accutane, that was it. So we have not talked about Accutane since then. But here we go. I'm not sure if this is the video that goes up, but we get into it more later.
All right. So there you have it. Outside of that, with me, not too much going on today. Unfortunately, my jaw is still killing me. It's almost been a week now. And I think, honestly, what happened is I misaligned my jaw somehow.
Misaligned my jaw. Very normal.
I can't imagine how, because I didn't get punched. I didn't fall. I wasn't chewing anything rock hard. You know what I mean? It must have just been something completely accidental in my sleep. I could talk.
How do you misalign your jaw in your sleep? How does that happen? I mean, Hogan's dick.
Talk perfectly fine as long as I leave my jaw at, a restful state or just talking. It's
This guy's not real. As long as you leave your jaw in a restful state, you are fine. So just keep your jaw in a restful state. And yes, Tyrone, maybe he got the wrong person one night.
I could talk perfectly fine as long as I leave my jaw at, a restful state or just talking, it's fine. But if I try to open my mouth
Restful state or talking?
fully all the way, or if I try to bite down hard on my right-hand side of my mouth, I get excruciating pain in the joint.
Okay.
And I looked into this online. I looked up some things, and basically it says there could be a few different things. And, one of the quick ways to fix it is to go to a doctor and get a professional anti-swelling medication, which would hopefully allow the jaw to kind of realign.
So Phil thinks jaws can realign with medicine. He also thinks discs can deherniate with medicine. Sound good?
Or, if it's something more serious, sadly, I might have to have surgery on my jaw.
Whoa!
Now, the good news is it doesn't really affect me too much. It's not really hurting me, you know what I mean? I could still work. I could still eat. It's not like there's anything that I would normally do.
When is the work starting?
That it's hindering me, except that I just get some annoying pain during the course of the day. But I certainly would like it to be fixed. Unfortunately, with this United States healthcare system, if I go to the doctor,
give us the hat. We have to show what Obamacare is.
Immediately, I'm going to owe money. If I get any medication, I'm going to owe hundreds of dollars. I'm not even kidding you, because this happened to me last year. Last year, I had an issue with my foot. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, let's make sure your foot's not broken. Let's get an x-ray.
What is he talking about here?
Anti-swelling medication. So I got the x-ray, I got the medication, and I was billed about $1,000. I'm not kidding you. And by the way, I pay hundreds of dollars a month for health insurance, and it didn't cover it. So I honestly don't know what I'm paying for. I guess what I'm paying for is for
Say the name, Phil. Say the name.
people who have no insurance whatsoever to have free insurance.
Say the name.
Because I certainly I'm not getting the benefit of what I'm paying for. So I'm nervous about going to the doctor and, letting them tell me
One band.
that something's wrong with your jaw and now you need surgery, or here's a bunch of medications to fix it. Oh, by the way, here's your $5,000 bill.
Whoa, 5 bands.
I actually have a
Shout outs. Yeah, he refused to say it. After he learned it was a meme, he did not say gout for a while. He went many a year without saying gout. He would say foot problem. All right, let's go. That's it. I promise there's a point of showing these kind of not really medication related. There's a point for it. Real quick, minute 30 from Marcus DP 2017. This is Phil's thoughts on weed and marijuana because it's kind of related. Kind of. It's kind of just funny. So here we go.
This is from El Trumpo.
El
He says, "Do you
Trumpo.
think weed will,
Big
if I
ups.
get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it.
Big ups,
Okay,
Black
I
Mage.
seriously would do it.
Says, now I get it. The goatee is to hide the stretch marks Tyrone causes. Oh, come on. I'd give you... Let's Snitchinator. Nice pull. 2 silver stars. Snitchinator in the house.
Benefit society with taxes, plus recreational benefits as well. If it becomes a booming market, would you consider working for a weed company? Listen, marijuana is much like alcohol and all other kind of regulated substances in the United States of America.
Okay.
Is it a horrible substance that will ruin your life? No, unless you're one of these people who becomes...
I legitimately did not know if he was going to say no or yes there.
Horrible substance that will ruin your life. No.
Like right here, I was still like, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if he's going yes or no here. Like, were we going to get the nod or no?
No, unless you're one of these people who become so addicted and ridiculously overcome with it that you cannot stop yourself from smoking every possible moment, which is the same thing that happens with alcohol. People get drunk.
Yeah, let's listen to the alcoholic. At this time, legit alcoholic, by the way. He would go on to say this is his alcoholic period, by the way. This is his alcoholic period. Let's hear how self-proclaimed alcoholic. Period. Let's see how Phil's going to talk about alcoholism. Come on, Phil.
You cannot stop yourself from smoking every possible moment, which is the same thing that happens with alcohol. People get drunk and they become drunk, so they can't stop drinking constantly, and it screws up their lives too, right?
Okay.
I think what it is people are just afraid. These conservatives are so afraid of weed. Oh my God, V for madness, right? It's going to end the world.
First Obama's taking heat, now conservatives are taking heat. Come on. Political side Phil on fire today.
That they don't really understand what it is, and most of them probably have never tried it anyway, so they really don't know what it is.
Yeah, they got to have a big session in the Republican caucus to figure out what it is, and then they can make it then they can make an educated educated bill on the matter. Guys, we just got to try it, okay? So everyone bring in the weed, and then we'll figure it out. That's what Phil just said.
And most of them probably have never tried it anyway, so they really don't know what it is. And I think that it could end up being a recreational thing that'll make a ton of money if regulated properly and if everything's done properly.
That wasn't the question yet, sir, but go ahead.
So, will I work for a weed company? No. I mean, first of all, I wouldn't do it myself anyway. I hate smoking. I hate any kind of smoke in my lungs. I mean, I have bad allergies. You can hear right now my throat itself is hoarse.
Thanks for that. Just in case you didn't know, my throat's hurting right now.
I would never be into that kind of a thing because I know that I couldn't. But I wouldn't work for the company, but I certainly am not anti-weed. Let me put it that way. I'm not super drug enforcement anti-weed or anything like that. I certainly think that it could work as a way to raise funds in the United States.
Okay. There you go. That's his take. That was it. It was just funny. That's it. Nothing of circumstance. Let's keep moving on. Now we're going to go to PUBG. And for whatever reason, PUBG made Phil talk about so much shit. It's incredible. We got like 7 clips talking about medications from PUBG alone. So this is all from PUBG. We're up to 2017 PUBG, and he just starts spouting about medications during this time. Let's go.
What is my advice for first heartbreak ex big boy dumper?
Sorry, I had to add this. Sometimes when I'm looking, I find stuff that I just can't ignore. So he's talking about his first, his crush, by the way. Remember the crush that was only caused by his cocktail of medications? It's tangentially related here, okay? And we should get some good inflection here as well. Let's go.
I cannot read your insanely huge fucking paragraph message. This is a gameplay stream. I can't just sit here and read a ginormous paragraph.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution, but I can't read your fucking paragraph, asshole.
That you just posted. If you mean first heartbreak, like your first girlfriend broke up with you or something, I will say this. Even though it might feel like it really hurts, she's not the last girl on the planet. Trust me.
Oh.
There will be many more women on the planet that you will have an opportunity with. And certainly you should not act like she's the only girl on the planet, because I'll be honest, I was a victim of that when I was younger.
I was a victim of that. He's using the word victim to describe his own feelings towards someone, and those feelings mean the girl didn't like him back. I was a victim of that. If that makes you a victim, oh man, I'm a big victim of that. I liked a lot of people, and they didn't like me back. I was a goddamn victim. Let me get this straight. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. I liked her. She didn't like me. I was a victim of that. I love it. I love that one.
And certainly you should not act like she's the only girl on the planet, because I'll be honest, I was a victim of that when I was younger, where I basically, my first girl who I had a crush on, I was like so gaga over the fucking moon for her. Stupid.
What was it the medication or was it your own feelings? I'm a victim to this very day. I'm a victim sometimes now. I said, "Hey, you, any action tonight?" And she goes, "Nothing for you tonight." And I'm a victim. It happens to this day.
First girl who I had a crush on, I was like so gaga over the fucking moon for her. Stupidly too, you know. Like she liked me as a friend, but she didn't want to have anything to do with me romantically. And I was totally the opposite. I was like, man, I want to be with her and all that. And she did not.
I don't know why that's funny. She wanted to be friends with me, but I was totally opposite. I was into it.
And I was totally the opposite. I was like, man, I want to be with her and all that. And she did not want that at all. And basically, you know, for a while, her was basically unrequited love, as they say.
Unrequited.
But over the years,
I thought it was unrequited, but I might be wrong there. But in my mind, it's unrequited. He said unrequited. But you tell me. I don't know. I might be wrong on that.
I got over it. Her was basically unrequited love, as they say. But over the years, you know, I got over it. And there were many, many other women after that. And after that, I was like, why the fuck did I ever pine over that one girl for so long?
Ooh.
So it ain't that big of a deal.
So our first retcon of the day is that he said the girl was because of the medication. Clearly, we can see it's his own feelings, though. But okay.
Especially if you're young, you know, if you're in your teens or your 20s, dude, there's zero reason to be worried about that shit. Zero.
Zero.
Building now. Tits or ass, man? I've forgotten both. I like both. I love to squeeze asses, and I also love a nice juicy pair of tits. But what guy doesn't?
All right, we're moving on. We're moving on. Now we're gonna go to just a month later. Actually, we get our next talk of medication. I hope you all like those juicy. No, I'll stop there.
And that's what I use. Today, and I hit none of the goals. I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll be going grocery shopping. I guess we're gonna.
I gotta make this one shorter because Black Major legend. I bet it was his cousin. Could be. You know, he said it was someone at school though. But yeah, Drift King Cyrax in the house saying hello.
Ooh. I wish. I actually would like to shave with a normal razor, but I can't do it. I've tried it.
Skincare. Okay, now we're going to get back into this is where we start. He feels comfortable enough in his career or whatever to start talking about his Accutane. So here we go. There's a little Accutane backstory.
I wish. I actually would like to shave with a normal razor, but I can't do it. I've tried it, and every time I try, my face gets really irritated, like really badly irritated. I've got such stupidly sensitive skin. Sometimes, no lie, I'm like, oh, my nose itches. I'll go like this, and I look in the mirror, I got a big red welt on the side of my fucking nose. Like, what the fuck is this? Well, my doctor told me I went to a dermatologist when I was younger, because my mom used to go to a dermatologist, because she had bad acne when she was younger. And so I used to go, and he told me when I was a kid, he's like, yeah, you're going to...
Notice this right here? Notice this right here? He is blaming his... He's not blaming, excuse me. But he's saying he can't even say I had to go to dermatologist. He has to say I went to a dermatologist because my mom went to one. I didn't have to go to one. Well, my mom did. That's what I get out of that. I mean, that's a little bit of a inference, a little bit of a guessing by me. But that's what. That's the best way to say it. Alluding, blaming his mom, kind of for this. You know, like instead of a normal human saying like I went to a dermatologist when I was in school. You know. That's the end of it. He says, I went there because of my mom. Okay, it wasn't me. Okay.
Because she had bad acne when she was younger. And so I used to go, and he told me when I was a kid, he's like, yeah, you're going to have the same skin as your mom. You're going to either have bad acne or very sensitive skin. There's nothing you could do about it. And I actually had really bad acne in high school. The only reason I don't have terribly bad acne anymore is because he put me on Accutane.
Accutane, big ups.
And the Accutane nuked the shit out of the fucking acne. So I still get it, but I don't get it nearly as bad as I used to. It completely changed, like, my fucking body. Seriously, like my metabolism and everything has been completely changed.
So Accutane again comes up, and he does talk about how it changed him in a big way. No mention of the girl or making him like people. But that's what I've been learning is Accutane is a big fucking deal. But can it affect you, like metabolism and stuff? You tell me, guys. I mean, I don't know, but he is definitely on Accutane, and it didn't change him. Are we sure? Did it change like personality? You know, is Accutane some contributor to the Phil we see today, right? That's what I was wondering. You know, is Accutane, in addition to Linda, in addition to Dave, in addition to not getting the Wolverine toy, do we need to add Accutane to that mantelpiece, right? I mean, I don't know.
Because of it. I never use the Vector, so I'll pick it up. I almost never use it. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer, and he said, when my girlfriend makes new meals, would I consider doing a DSP tries on the stuff that she makes that I've never tried before? Well, what I'm planning to do, hopefully, if things work out, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I actually set it up as a goal if we hit 600 subs this month on the Twitch channel. But what I would like to do is start up a new cooking show with her. Where literally I show the before, I'll show all the ingredients.
I'm down
to that. Also the during when like she's prepping the ingredients and I'll...
Oh, awesome.
Fuck you.
I'll watch the driving until the driving's done.
Where did that guy come from? I don't know where that guy came from. Let me go somewhere to heal. But anyway, I do the before, the during, when we're like doing the actual preparation of the ingredients and getting ready to cook and stuff like that.
That sounds really cool. Hope he
we
happens.
show the final meal and actually try it out and try to taste it. You know, do a taste test. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
Okay, not so fun anymore. There you go. Accutane, again, only the second time he's mentioned Accutane, his whole history, unless, of course, it is in a deleted video or something. But Accutane was the cocktail of medications, in my opinion, was just that fucking... The cocktail medication is Accutane, basically. We're going to get a little more details, though, as we go forward. Again, this time we're in Half-Life 2, and we're in the 2018 right here. 2018.
He says he didn't. Oh, see you tomorrow, Metal Gear Rex. Have a good night.
Shout out to Metal Gear Rex.
I just got a $10.01 tip from Anonymous. Asked me when did I realize that I had depressive disorder. He said I've had it during my whole life, even though I've never experienced trauma. It started in high school for sure. Like in high school, I started taking medications that made me start feeling all fucked up, and then.
See, was there an S there? But like Phil's the kind of guy that will make medication a bigger deal than they are too, right? So he literally had one medication, like, oh yeah, I was on a total cocktail, dude. I had Accutane on Monday, Accutane on Tuesday. It was crazy. You know, I don't know, I can't tell. But
and then I'd say, like in high school, I started taking medications that made me start feeling.
There was an S there, medications, right?
All fucked up. And then I'd say probably when I really realized it was 2004 or 2005. Like, oh shit. Like there was this one time I remember in particular at work, I did something this stupid and I got in trouble and you know, it's a fucking asshole.
Face tank?
I got in trouble for it, right?
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't super serious. It wasn't like, oh God, you know, you lost your job.
So here's the case of Phil fucking up at work. But even though he's a great, of course he's a great employee, the best one, top of the class. They still paid him the entry salary, of course, but he was top of the class. Didn't do any mistakes, but let's hear about the mistake.
Job or whatever, it was just something like silly, but I couldn't get over it. Like no matter what I did, I kept having like nightmares and shit, and I couldn't fucking get over the fact that like, oh my God, something horrible, you know, like something horrible was gonna happen at work, and I was a horrible person because I'm an idiot who made a mistake, and it was just real weird. Like never in my life had I ever felt like that before. And then I remember later on feeling kind of like, wow, I got 20 of 30, by the way. Later on, something else happened to me that made me kind of like not feel good.
What was that?
I became self-destructive. Like I started not talking to my friends anymore, and it was just really.
Well, that's easy. That's easy to do when you know you don't have any. But let's keep going.
Odd because I wasn't that kind of a person, but all of a sudden I started changing and becoming this different kind of a person that I really didn't feel like I was. And, you know, that's something depression does, is it fucks with you. It makes you act differently. It makes you shut off relationships. It does a lot of messed up stuff. How do I get up there?
So this is weird. This is where it starts getting a little bit weird. You know, like I can't tell, is he just using the Accutane as the excuse for his behavior? But also, as you guys are saying, Accutane does fuck you up, right? So did the Accutane fuck you up, and did it keep... Is it that permanent that like because something he took in high school only 1 year, he said, and then does it last years later? You know? I don't know. We'll probably never know.
Do I really have to stand on top of this fucking barrel that's gonna blow up?
All right, I think that's it for this one. Now we're gonna go back to Dragon Quest. We're gonna go to 2018, same year as that one.
Oh, that hurt. Fuck. I got another anonymous $5.01 tip asking if I've ever had antidepressant medication. I'm not going to reveal my medical history to you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk about shit. I'm not going to talk about medication history and shit. I can't do that, man. I can't give out personal information. I'm sorry.
Now we're in the I can't give out personal information arc, even though, don't worry, he talks about his medication a lot more after this. But now all of a sudden he can't talk about it. Anything he says after that? Oh, this is fun.
All right, he should be dead now.
Let's get the next question. Make sure.
You didn't die.
Okay, done. Next is going to the same year. We're back to Call of Duty this time. Let's see what's going on here.
I love the chill streams. Phil, do you shave with a regular razor or straight? Ever use a straight razor? I use an old school double-sided razor and Cremo Cream. When I was younger, I first started shaving with a straight razor. However, sadly, I ended up finding out I have incredibly sensitive skin, and my face started swelling up and getting terrible acne when I was using the regular razor. So I went to the dermatologist. He's like, "Yeah, dude, you have like what's called a really bad skin condition that's like you have super sensitive skin."
You heard that, right? You have a skin condition called, and then he doesn't say the thing.
Getting terrible acne when I was using the regular razor. So I went to the dermatologist. He's like, "Yeah, dude, you have like what's called a really bad skin condition that's like you have super sensitive skin."
You have a really bad skin condition that's called super sensitive skin.
So basically, when I do stuff, I can never use. You know how some people use exfoliant on their face? I could never do that. My whole face will fucking like break out and swell up and shit.
Oh, a life without exfoliant. It's just a life that's not worth living, in my opinion, right? You know how people use exfoliants all the time, and it's like the best thing of your life? Oh, God. Without exfoliant, life's not worth living, right, Phil?
On their face. I could never do that. My whole face will fucking like break out and swell up and shit. And I have to use like an electric razor that's easy on the skin. So I've used an electric razor pretty much my whole life because I had to.
Because you had the skin condition known as having sensitive skin.
So there's your answer. I don't know if that's what you thought that's what you were gonna get as an answer, but no, I have. Oh God!
That's why I asked the question. Anyways, that's what I thought too, Devilish Face. When I first heard this, I was like, aren't electric razors kind of not? I guess you could get like a not. I guess there's probably sensitive ones, you know. I don't know. Anyways, we're moving on positively. We're going towards the 2019 now. Oh yeah, another quick weed story. Like there wasn't enough weed stuff for its own like episode, so here's a little weed. It kind of counts as medicine, so it counts. Let's go.
It says, "What is the last concert you've been to? Is it true that you'll be attending Elton John when you're in Connecticut?"
Why was this so funny, by the way? Get fucked, Bob Starsky, Elton John fan. Oh, Elton John. I don't know if you know this. I don't swing that way. Okay, so Elton John. What? Are you on drugs? Literally, are you on drugs? Elton John. Oh God, you crack me up, sir. I'm a married man. I can't go to Elton John. What are you, crazy? What are you, nuts?
Or tip me $1. It says, "What is the last concert you've been to? Is it true that you'll be attending Elton John when you're in Connecticut?" I've only been to one concert ever, and I didn't pay for it. It was
That's kind of crazy too. I mean, not everyone likes music and stuff, but like one concert seems very low, like a low number, isn't it, for a normal human? To me, it sounds like the way. But
Dave Matthews Band in the late '90s, and I went with my high school friends because
that was part of the field trip. We took our regular bus, the short bus. It was me, it was Richard, and it was Bill, and we had our 6 teachers there with us, like we always did, you know. And it was a fun field trip.
One of them had extra tickets for some reason. I guess someone had bought them and it couldn't go. So
hey, anyone else want these tickets? I can't find anyone else to go with. Feels like I'll take him. Yeah, so I went with my friends.
We ended up getting tickets for Dave Matthews Band, and when we went, the entire arena was full of potheads. Like, I'm not even kidding. Everyone was fucking smoking weed in the entire place. We got a contact high from being
contact high
in the arena because everyone was fucking smoking weed.
What did it feel like, Phil? What did it feel like when you got that contact high, right? That's one of those ones when you're 12 and you take a sip of beer, you know, and you're like, oh, dude, I'm feeling it. I think I'm drunk, dude. You know.
And it was shitty, too, because you couldn't hear them. Like, the acoustics in the arena were terrible, so you couldn't even hear them sing. It was just like... That's all you could hear. And it was...
I don't know what he's talking about here, but
it's like, wow, I guess these people are so high and they know the music that they know what song they're singing. I don't have a clue what they're singing. It sounds like shit.
I love this song, by the way. Satellite.
High, and they know the music.
So
that they know
high,
what song
dude.
they're
It's a
singing.
contact high. Richard, keep your helmet on. This field trip, we got to go home soon. Keep your helmet on. Okay? Come on, guys.
I don't have a clue what they're singing. It sounds
We have to go back to school soon. Keep your helmets on, everybody. Don't, Steve, quit with the crayons. Don't eat those crayons. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. It feels like I'm so high, dude. I got a contact high.
like shit. So I'm glad I didn't pay for it, because it was a waste of time, pretty much.
All right, okay, that's just another weed story. Not much to that. Memology list there. All right, same year, we're back in this fucking game, and we're back talking about medicine.
Cody Carl Shoes, have you ever taken medication that made you feel worse, side effect wise?
All right, so that's the boom question for this fucking show right now. Have you ever taken a medication that had bad side effects? I don't see how you can't talk about this without mentioning Accutane, right? Here we go.
Made me feel overall worse because of the side effects. Oh, man.
If Accutane had such bad side effects that we heard earlier today, right? It would come right to your fucking mind, right? Call me crazy, but if it had such drastic effects on your life that made you depressed, that made you like girls, you would remember that very, very quickly. Let's see what Philip says here. Vernell?
I mean, I haven't taken a lot of medication in my life. I really haven't. That hasn't been like...
I haven't taken a lot of medication in your life. I haven't taken a lot of medication in your life. How many clips have I shown of him talking about all this medication? And he talked about his allergy medication every 20,000 times a week before when it's going on. I haven't taken that much medication. Right.
Like over-the-counter shit. So I really can't tell you in that regard. I've never really taken many medications that have crazy bad side effects. Honestly, the worst.
You are hearing this, right? You are hearing this. You serious? It cost me to... Okay, let's go.
I've never really taken...
Yeah, Superfluous moniker. It's not like I was on a cocktail of medications or anything at any point. Right? Right? But when that depressed thing was going on, though, you had all this list of depression things, right? Let's see where he goes. Maybe he's going to mention it. Let's go.
Many medications that have crazy bad side effects. Honestly, the worst was the Accutane.
Okay.
That made me feel like super like depressed and emotional and shit during my high school days. But outside of that, not much. So
you heard it. You heard it. So that's it. It made him feel depressed in high school, and that was it. There's your side effects. So it took us... I don't know. That just to me is so insane. He all this talk about how bad it was, and it makes him like girls, and it changes his life, changes his metabolism. But now it made me feel depressed in high school, and that's it.
no, I guess not.
I guess not. And the final answer is no, I guess not. The final answer is no, I guess not.
But outside of that, not much. So no, I guess not.
All right.
King of Hypocrisy tipped me $1 and asked the world's stupidest question.
What's the question?
So I'm not going to answer it.
What's the
Lyrius
question?
AK resubscribed for 12 months. Thank you, Lyrius AK, for a year of support. And Nigavin did a $1.05 tip saying that he wants to be the top chipper.
All right, Jen kicking in. All right, but there we go. Let's keep moving on. We're not done. I think it's the same stream, by the way. Yeah, same stream, a little bit later. I think. Oh, no, different one. This is different.
The fuck? Now Cheer says, do restreamers affect your self-esteem in any way? Well, I don't know what that means. How could they affect my self-esteem? If someone is illegally stealing your content and restreaming it in order to make a life for themselves, that means that they wouldn't exist before because of you. If anything, it boosts my self-esteem. Seriously.
Nice.
There's an entire group of people who wouldn't even be around if it weren't for me.
Yeah, the second that Phil stops streaming, we just Thanos out. You know? We're just out. Dust. Like at the end of Dark Side of Flow song. It just, we're out. That's going to be sweet when that happens. It just dust out.
Cody Cross, if you ever met someone with dermatitis, it could be that.
Oh, here we go. Dermatitis. That's why I put this in, by the way. Dermatitis.
What are you talking about? My itchy skin? By the way, my stream chat has completely crashed, which means I have to reload everything here on my laptop. in order to get it to work again, and I'm not going to get to do that this game because we're so far into the game. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to see anyone in stream chat at all. The only people I can see are people who contribute anything at this point. So
Get the hint.
but it just crapped out for me.
Oh, sir, it's a right click and a refresh. That is it.
Top 23.
Is he not talking with dermatitis anymore, or is he done? Sounds like he's kind of done.
First, I got to reload the Twitch to try to do the pop-out chat. That usually takes 2-3 attempts. Then I got to resize it. So you're potentially talking 2-3 minutes of me not playing the game.
Okay, hold on. I got to hear this. I got to hear this. Not related, but I got to hear this. Let's hear all the work it takes to refresh your chat.
5-6 times to sit there.
I
But the
got
problem is that my laptop is so slow, as I told you, it's so messed up. I'd have to sit there. First, I got to reload the Twitch dashboard like 5-6 times to get it to even load. Then when
To load a website takes 5 or 6 times. I don't care how bad your computer is. If you have a browser up, it doesn't like not load a browser.
once it's loaded, then I have to try to do the pop-out chat. That usually takes 2-3
Popping out chat. That's 2 clicks that computer somehow can't handle. So it has to 5 or 6 times. What else?
attempts. Then I got to resize it. So you're potentially talking 2-3 minutes of me not playing
You got to resize it. So you know how that goes.
the game.
I got to resize something. There goes my weekend.
When we're nearing the end of the game, so I can't do that yet. I have to wait.
All right, there you go. That's done. Next. Same year, we're loving talking about a vacation this year because this is where most of the clips are from. 2019. Let's roll.
You got this is great. Listen to this one. Talk about derailing a stream. You listen to this one. Do you take any prescribed medications? You probably have a couple of mental illnesses, like your major depressive disorder. Are you anti-medication? Why won't you embrace medication or exercise? What the fuck is this?
Okay. What's
This
your take?
is a gameplay stream.
Okay. So let me tell you what he's talked about so far on this stream. Halloween decorations, Bernie Sanders heart attack, PayPal issue, Gears of War, that counts, Ghostbusters, plugs, life on the street. What else is there? How to tip, shout outs, Peter Venkman, top tipper, hype, Nick Von Doom, don't know what that is. And drama, Snorlax. Oh, that's Snorlax, probably that guy. And the leaderboard, life update, and imposter. So, who has talked about gaming? Well, I want to ask where you're talking about gaming, sir.
What the fuck is going on?
I kind of want to hear life on the street too, Nerd Brew. I saw that. I was like, hang on, I gotta kind of hear that. Live in the present. Do we have time for this? Do we want to hear Phil talking about live in the present? I kind of do. Let's hear the end of this though first.
Understand the premise of a gameplay stream? Like, do you understand that I'm going to be playing a game and having fun with, like, you know, some fun interactions?
Yeah, very
This
fun
is not
interactions.
drama hour. This is not get personal information about Phil hour. What is wrong with people today?
I can talk about whatever I want. You can talk about games. Sound good?
What is happening? I come back from break, and this is what's happened. People have lost their minds. Thanks for the $5 tip, but I'm not answering any of your shit. Because it has nothing to do with the stream, it has nothing to do with anything, and I don't share personal information.
Yes,
maybe
you
I'm
do.
on 500 prescription medications, maybe I'm on none. All right? None of your fucking business. How about that?
None of your fucking business. It's none of your fucking business, asshole. Let's hear it.
Prescription medications, maybe I'm on none. All right? None of your fucking business. How about
Yeah.
that?
It's none of your
Holy
fucking
shit.
business, all right? Holy shit,
Good
man.
Lord.
Don't make me get inflection up in here.
Let's continue.
Oh, God, the smacks. All right, let's hear what he says live in the present. Real quick. Get fucked, you fucking asshole.
In the present. Have a good time today with what we're doing today. Why can't we live in the now? Why can't we live in the present? Why do we have to live in the past? All right?
We're already on this already. In 2019, we're already on that was 20,000 years ago. How could you worry about that? Right? Yeah. Take some time to inflect, you fucking asshole. 2019, still 2019.
Insomniatic Meat. Nihilistic Goldfish did a 95-bit cheer. He says, I'm weaning off of a medication. I keep having brain zaps. Weird thing. I look it up sometime. Brain zaps. Well, I don't know too much about that. I've never really been on many medications in my life, but I'm sure
Never been on many vacations in my life, guys.
Well, I don't know too much about that. I've never really been on many medications in my life, but I'm sure that, that there's probably some situations where if you're on a medication, your body has it in its metabolism, it's used to this medication being in it, and then it's not in it, it could cause a lot of side effects. So, hopefully you feel better. Sorry to hear that. Jerk Store tip me $2. Excuse me.
That was it for that, by the way. But now we get throat clearing.
And Jerk Store says the following. What is your favorite Thanksgiving memory and movie? Mine is
I
going
want
to
hear
watch
this.
You've Got Mail with the Family.
Thanksgiving's coming up, so I want to hear this.
A Thanksgiving movie on Thanksgiving. Well, I would say my favorite memories of Thanksgiving are sitting down with my family at the dinner table and just having these nice big meals. And my mom always would do some kind of a turkey. Usually it was a real turkey she would bake in the oven all day.
Not a fake turkey? She never broke out the fake turkeys? God damn it, Mom. Sometimes you need the fake turkey. Did they get the real turkey talk or what? I don't know.
Some years she would stuff it with stuffing, homemade stuffing, which I loved. I've said this before. My favorite thing about Thanksgiving is the stuffing. I actually like the stuffing better than anything else. I don't know why. I've just always liked stuffing more than the turkey itself. And my mom would take the innards of the turkey. What do you call the heart?
Shout outs to this this fan art with the transparency background still visible behind Mario and Sonic. Shout outs.
Stuff the gizzards, and she would chop that up in meat and cook it up and put it in the stuffing along the heart and stuff the turkey itself. And my mom would take the the innards of the turkey. What do you call the heart and stuff the gizzards, and she would chop that up and.
Don't they have? Okay, maybe I'm dented. I thought turkeys have one gizzard, but maybe they have many gizzards. I don't know how many gizzards. How many gizzards are there in real turkeys?
Meat and cook it up and put it in the stuffing along with sometimes she would put sausage pieces in there and other things. Like she would do some interesting stuff to make like this really cool homemade stuffing. She would stuff the turkey with. And sometimes we would have sweet potatoes. And in particular, I'm not in love with sweet potatoes. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. They're okay in my opinion.
Mom, I don't like these mashed potatoes. Okay, Mom, give me the stuffing.
We would always have rolls with butter. We'd always have cranberry sauce. My mom never made homemade cranberry sauce. We always just had the canned variety.
Fucking
so
bitch.
we just had this gelatinous cranberry sauce that we would eat.
Gelatinous cranberry sauce from a can.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that she would make?
Get to the next question, brother.
Usually we'd have pie too, whether it was pumpkin pie, apple pie. We'd have some kind of pie for dessert. So we always had a good Thanksgiving meal. I don't think there was ever a year when I lived with my parents growing up that we didn't have a good Thanksgiving meal, and that was always appreciated. It was always something to look forward to. Typically, Thanksgiving was a day I was off from school or work or whatever, and I would be able to just kind of play.
I'm done. I'm done. Next. Not done yet. More medication talk. We still got a few more clips to go. We should finish right on time, by the way. 2 p.m. is the goal, and I'll send you over to King Jad for the bingo.
Inside deep in the ear, which is probably like the furthest into the ear canal.
Hold on, I gotta hear. What are we talking about?
Some residual soreness. My ear doesn't hurt anymore. I can definitely feel some residual soreness.
Residual soreness. You know the type.
Down inside of it, inside deep in the ear, which is probably like the furthest into the ear canal.
Damn, how deep we going, brother?
So it's not 100% for sure, and this is now day 4 of me using medication. I started on Wednesday.
We don't take a lot of medications though. We don't talk about medications, okay?
And so this will be 4 of 7 because the ear drops they gave me is supposed to be a 7-day dose for this ear infection. So
quit asking
I will keep doing it diligently every day. I already did my first dose, and on my break between, the stream here, I'll put on my second dose and just keep doing it until I run out. Until the medication runs its course.
Don't ask fucking questions about the medication either, you frucks.
Now, yesterday, I finished up my late stream, and I looked at my headphones, and my headphones were completely greasy. It was disgusting.
What were they?
And my headphones were completely greasy. Ooh. It was disgusting.
Ooh.
It's basically because, number one, my hair is really long because obviously nobody can get a haircut. I was actually supposed to get a haircut.
Anyways, I was gonna get a theater part. They said I was so amazing, but they made me be the usher. Actually, they're assholes now. Fuckheads, fucks.
Obviously, nobody can get a haircut. I was actually supposed to get a haircut about a month ago.
Whoa.
That would have been the right time to do it, but, you know, everything's closed because of this pandemic. So, can't get a haircut. So my hair's super long, and
You know, your wife could actually do that. You know, it's not a big deal, especially with haircut like you have. Chew cut my hair during the pandemic, guys. So, baller alert, me.
it's like greasy as shit all over my headphones. So I was like, oh, that's disgusting. So I went and I got some antibacterial cleaner that I had here in the house.
Oh.
And I thoroughly cleaned the headphones. I wiped up all, you know, everything, the pads, the cups, everything there.
Oh, God. Pads, the cups. That's a good, we could use that sound clip for like a bra salesman.
And I thoroughly cleaned the headphones. I wiped up all, you know, everything, the pads, the cups, everything there. I completely wiped down antibacterial cleaner. So here's hoping that if the headphones had anything to do with the infection to begin with, that, you know, now I've killed off whatever the hell it was that was in there. And
killed it off. It's a living thing.
You know,
this is the dark passenger. The dark passenger might have been in the headphones. So we got to fully decontaminate. Very oily.
Risk further infection because I also showered last night.
Oh, big ups.
Oh, shit.
I also showered last night.
You know what I should do? Trade out all my my bath towel and everything. You know, get a fresh one.
Yeah, you know, don't reuse those too many times.
Fresh and clean. So that way there's no chance that there was something, you know, bacteria on a towel or in the headphones or whatever, and that could have been what caused this, okay?
God, are we okay?
So, you know, doing my best here to try to overcome the annoying ear infection. And thank you guys for being patient. I wasn't here on Wednesday, and these last...
Oh, I got to show this. I got to show it. You want to see an image from this time? From this timeline? Right from this, around when this came out, you're going to love it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I promise you. Oh, it's too big. Zoom out, zoom out. Here we go. This was posted on Phil's Twitter. Oh, God. Amazing. Still cute. Might beg later. That's stealing that joke 100%. That's stolen valor. God damn it. Amazing. All right, we're moving on positively. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? Right here.
Last couple of days, quite frankly, it hasn't really affected the streams. I was lucky enough that it didn't hurt so much that I couldn't.
All right, we're done. Boring. But anyways, that's a little medication talk. Now we're gonna go back to. Remember we watched this, and in fact, we watched this on Sunday night, 2 nights ago. We watched this very video. So we're not going to watch the whole thing, but there is some talk of medications here that's worth it. Here we go.
Do I still take Tylenol or Advil? Rarely. I tell you guys this. I try not to take medication unless absolutely necessary. Because if you take medication all the time, your body becomes immune to it and it loses its potency. So if I have a cold, I'll try to hold off as long as I can until I take a medicine to alleviate my symptoms. If I have a headache, I'll try to make it, you know, drink water, do all the other things you should do.
If you have a headache, just drink water.
And if you still won't go away, then I'll take the Tylenol or the Advil.
So he doesn't take medication, guys. Does not take medication.
I don't necessarily condone this, but it's something that's good to have if you absolutely...
I want to hear how I got to hear how he responds to this video, though, because we just watched it, man.
You need it. Something like Jet Alert, some kind of a caffeine pill, simply because a lot of times if you're driving for a very long distance or if you're on a very long plane ride and now you're trying to wake up because you need to get to the hotel, you need to check in, you need to get stuff done in time because you're on a schedule and you need to be able to be at the tournament at a certain amount of time.
Any comment,
you might need
Phil?
something like this as a boost to get yourself going. Now, what I don't recommend this, and unfortunately I do know several pro fighting game players that do this.
Okay, Phil, any comment on this?
Like
is still true?
During a tournament. And number one, that's unhealthy for you because someone who's for a fact, I can tell you
any
right
comments?
now,
Prescription.
Yeah,
not only that, but it's worse than that. Some of them get like prescription drugs. Some of them get all kinds of shit.
Some of them get prescription drugs now. Woo!
And it's fucked up that they do that because they don't drug test at gaming tournaments.
Whoa, God! Excuse me, sir.
At least to my knowledge, not like fighting game tournaments. Maybe big leagues like League of Legends tournaments and shit they do, but most game tournaments, to my knowledge, they don't ban any kind of substance abuse. You could take drugs to give you a completely unfair advantage, which is fucking bullshit. Yeah, Adderall is one of the common ones. That's correct.
How about Accutane?
Timbo Slice Jersey, thanks for the stream today. I'm heading out, and we're last.
Done. Anyway, we're not watching that whole thing. But, okay, so now he upped it. He went above and beyond. So during the time when he was in the FGC, remember what he said? He said that people took these caffeine pills all the time, right? But now that he's out of the FGC and 20 years have passed, oh, now they took prescription drugs. Right. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, 2020. We're getting there.
No, Mark McCauley, I'm not going to talk about my days in high school on a cocktail of medications. Absolutely.
So this person right here is definitely referencing the video we started with today, the cocktail medications. And let's see how Phil talks about his cocktail of medications in 2020.
Okay. No, Mark McCauley, I'm not going to talk about my days in high school on a cocktail of medications. Absolutely not. I was on quite a bunch of shit when I was in high school.
So that was a bunch of shit, right? Now, you know how, I thought in my mind it was just one, Accutane, but he said he was on a bunch of shit now. Now, let's hear what this bunch of shit is.
I was on quite a bunch of shit when I was in high school.
So I love this. I'm not going to talk about this, but now let me talk about it.
Acne medication. Well, actually, multiple acne medications.
Multiple acne
medications. I had
medications.
such insane acne. I was like on antibiotics, but also on
antibiotics.
Accutane. I had to use special shampoo at one point.
Special shampoo.
That stunk like tar. It was disgusting, and I had to use that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot going on in high school I didn't like.
There's a lot. I love the finishing line. There's a lot going on in high school I didn't like.
There's a lot going on in high school I didn't like.
There's a lot going on in high school I didn't like. People having fun, people getting theater roles that I couldn't get. Yeah, and why were you getting shampoo? Like, is shampoo used for acne? I mean, I've never heard of that, but...
Builder.
Any more talk of this cocktail with the BBC of medication?
Nope.
We found the perfect spot.
Okay. Nope.
Did you bring
make sure the next one isn't about that.
I hear him playing game. The strength of Hooker Man. Could you lend a hand?
Consult the builder.
Nope. All right. Yeah, I thought it was cream. Like, I didn't have bad acne, but you have it. And back then, when you get a pimple, it is WorryCon level 0. That is, level 0. You want to die. It's like, oh my God, I got a zit on my face. I don't want to go to school. That's how bad it was back in the day. But yeah, Linda just gives him like normal shampoo. This is for your acne. Yes, honey. This is for your acne. Oh, Mom. This smells like tar. This smells like your cigarettes, Mommy. Oh, and yes, that's right, Philip. Let's comb your hair, Philip.
I hope you're doing all right. I have been feeling better over the past week since I started taking allergy medications on the regular.
I thought we're not supposed to take medication. That's what we really needed. Come on.
Yeah. Usually, you guys would hear monstrous amounts of postnasal drip and other issues. Have I been having it still? Yes. It's never just going to totally go away. Okay. But since I have been taking allergy meds every day, it's not that bad. It's a little bit here and there.
All right, so now we're taking medication on the regular. 2022.
Stealth in the Shadows, my history with medications is none of your fucking business. Why would you even ask a question like that of anyone on a stream? What's your history? Do you have any history with these medications? What the fuck is your problem?
Because you've answered it so many times before, I can't play all of them.
Stealth in Shadows, I will answer that question as soon as you send me a full record of your medical conditions you've had over the course of your life. Send that to me, and then I will answer your question live on stream.
Thank you, KH. There we go. So Accutane dries out oil glands. Oh, so it dries out your fucking oil gland. That's why you have the shampoo. Did it smell like tar, KH? Or was that just the cigarettes from Linda?
The fuck dumb question, dude.
Stop talking about it. Stop asking questions about it, dude. Anyways, my medication, I'm feeling great because of my medication. Stop asking about the medications, dude. Anyways, I'm taking medication on the regular, feeling a lot better, guys. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Burnell.
Expand Dog says, apparently, the way that Tails was acting in Sonic 2 is
Yes.
a universal problem with the game. Everyone's complaining that Tails is
They-
the
oh,
most obnoxious
God.
ever.
What are we trying to dig out, sir? Are we trying to dig out the tar shampoo here? Look at this.
2 is a universal problem with the game. Everyone's
Tar, hang
complaining
on. Hang on a second. Gotta get that
Tails is
tar
the
out. That goes deep. How deep are you going there? This is residual tar. See, he's doing the inflection here. This is the inflection. That's called the Connecticut curl right here. This is what you call these. The Connecticut curl, and then you do the good old T twist, and then you pull it out, rub it. Where does it go? Goes right to goes to the jammies, okay? And that is how you get rid of that tar shampoo, okay? Now you know. You do the Connecticut curl into the T twist, and then you're good.
The most obnoxious ever in this collection.
Very good. Okay. 5 more clips to play. Here we go. Now we're in 2022 again. Let's hear how we talk about medication here.
Did I ever have bad acne problems?
What the fuck was that? Hold on. What the fuck was that?
Let's just get out of here. There's something wrong with this place. Yeah.
What?
Did I ever have bad?
Uh-huh. Is that for real?
Oh, Batman. 150 likes attained. Thank you guys for liking the stream today.
Thank you for liking the stream today. 150 likes. Yeah. Oh, Batman. I'm pausing it now, but he paused it himself for quite a while. This is where if I had a girlfriend, she would be under this, but since I don't, I just pretend. Remember when me and Kat used to like each other? She would sit right under this, and I'd put my hand around her shoulder. Those days are long gone now, though, unfortunately.
Did I ever have bad acne problems growing up? Yes. The worst part was that time my whole head turned into a big zit, a big white head.
Okay, now we're in the joking period where we can't talk about our acne.
It exploded. Covered
Right,
my wall.
I got something for you.
I went to a dermatologist to put me on Accutane. That took care of that. Jade, I'm glad you're enjoying this. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Abdullah, the reason I'm drinking the Coke today is because it's what we had in the fridge, and I definitely needed something, some kind of energy. He says you should drink zero Coke or diet sodas. Yeah, I actually needed the sugar. Like, after I drank this Coke, I felt significantly better, so I actually think it was a combination of being way overheated and having low blood sugar. I think
low blood sugar. I thought you're not supposed to drink soda, Phil. You told us yesterday. 4 more clips. I need sugar. I need the sugar. Here we go. This is from Snort Hogan in the house. Let's get a little music in the house here.
WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go.
the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go, 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 go.
Hell! It's been tough. Have I considered going bald or shaving my beard for 200k subs? No. I have. Okay, do you want to know the truth about going bald? I'll be very honest with you guys.
There
do
we
you want to
go.
know the truth?
Yes,
I have
I
really
do.
bad skin. I have really gross, disgusting skin. Acne, and sadly, I get it pretty badly. Certain times, you guys don't see it that badly because my webcam quality is not that good.
No.
I'm literally afraid that if I were to shave my head bald, that it would be gross. Seriously, because I get it. It's like nasty. Big lumps and shit. It's disgusting. And I used to be much worse when I was a kid. I had to go on Accutane to even get it to the level it's at now. So I'm actually nervous that if I started shaving, because I can't, and this is truthful, I've told you guys this before.
I love when you know someone's telling the truth when they have to say, this is truthful, okay? Listen, what I'm about to say now is this is truthful, okay? This is truthful.
I cannot shave my face with a straight razor. If I shave my face with a straight razor, it just incredibly goes crazy, swells up, and breaks out.
It incredibly goes crazy.
Shave my face with a straight razor, it just incredibly goes crazy, swells up, and breaks out. I have to use an electric razor to shave my face. I've had to.
Is this like a flex or something? What is that? What does that look? Look at the camera. Like, yeah, that happened. What the fuck is this?
Swells up and breaks out.
Yeah, burn. Any questions? Owned.
I have to use an electric razor to shave my
was that?
face. I've had to my whole life.
Whoa.
When I first started growing a beard in high school, I tried straight razor, and my whole face was fucked up for months. And I went to a dermatologist, and he's like, "You just can't use it anymore. You've got to use like something that's easier on your skin because you have insanely sensitive skin."
Well, that was the official term, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, August Stevenson. He might have been just trying to shave without shaving cream. Fucked his skin up.
So can you imagine if I started shaving my head? The whole thing would constantly be inflamed and fucking disgusting, pimples everywhere. It would be nasty. So that's why I can't really do that. When I had the crew cut covered it. You know, the crew cut, you didn't really see that?
Crew cut covered. The crew cut covered. That's it for that. 3 more clips to play. 2 months ago. We're going to 2023. We're finally in current year. Let's roll.
We'll keep going here and I guess do the next mission and see where it takes us. I really don't remember these missions. Okay. How am I? I'm good, Mr. Whiskers. Thank you for asking. Crimson Tide says, I have a hard time believing you ever had bad skin. I watch your videos from 2008 till now. I never see pimples on your face. Number one, until this year, literally, until this year, I never had a camera good enough for you to see them. I was always using a fuzzy-ass 10-year-old webcam, right? Or I was using a camera that was at 720p. You know what I mean?
720p, you can't see shit, man. It's like 4 pixels. What are you supposed to see with 720p? Get the fuck out of here.
Like I was never using anything that you could see that level of detail. But yeah, I still to this day have acne. Right now, I'm not kidding. The back of my head and neck.
The back of my mind, the back of my head is depression, dark passenger, and now he has acne back there too. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff going on in the back of that head. I'll tell you that. That place is busy. That's busier than his suites during his fighting game days. That place is busy. That place needs USB hubs. You know what I'm saying? The back of that head. There's so many passengers going on back there.
But yeah, I still to this day have acne. Right now, I'm not kidding.
What else
The back of my head and neck, I have stupid, annoying acne. It's super annoying, man. It never goes away. Now, when I used Accutane in high school, it blasted my metabolism or whatever it was, and the bad stuff went away, but I still get it all on my neck here. I have
all the bad stuff went away, but I still get acne. I think, right? Is that what he said?
It was. When I used Accutane in high school, it blasted my metabolism or whatever it was.
It's blasted with the black brackets.
And the bad stuff went away, but I still get it all on my neck here.
Okay, so
I have one on the side of my neck right here. That hurts bad. It's stupid. I hate acne. And it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Like, you just get it. I just had one the other day on my nose. Right here on the side of my nose. And you guys, luckily, you couldn't really see it. But you could see from time to time, like I think it was a week or 2 ago, there was one on my face someone commented about. I was like, yeah, but the thing is when I'm on camera like this, you don't see it, right? It's only if I blew it up, you know, big screen, then you would even see it. So maybe on the podcast you would notice, but that's about it.
It's just a not normal human talking right now. Just like explaining away things he's kind of embarrassed about, but trying not to be embarrassed about. So he's just like saying stuff. It doesn't even make sense, right? It's like I took Accutane, it blew my metabolism up, took away the bad stuff, but I still get zits.
So
I don't know what he's saying here. I'm lost.
And now on top of the acne, now I have eczema on my hands. So the older I get, the more problems I'm getting with skin. It's really annoying.
More zits, more problems. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Anyway, all right. I guess.
So there you go.
Lucky Plucker.
All right, Lucky Plucker in the house. Let's keep going. We're still in 2023. Let's enjoy.
Okay. Moisturize? Are you crazy? The last thing I need to do is moisturize. My skin is greasy. I have greasy ass skin. My skin's so weird. My hands are dry with.
All right, hold on. I'll try not to laugh over it. Let's get the full rundown of the skin situation in that snore fort.
Skin. My skin's so weird. My hands are dry with eczema, but then get a itchy rash. Okay?
Okay.
If I moisturize my hands, the rash gets worse. The only way to have my hands heal, I have to put an anti-inflammatory steroidal cream, and then it heals my hands.
Holy
That's the only way I can get my hands to heal. Okay? My other skin is greasy. Everywhere on my body.
My other skin is greasy. It sounds like he has a skin suit. Absolutely. My other skin suit is greasy, okay? My hands are dry.
Hands to heal. Okay? My other skin is greasy. Everywhere on my body is grease. It's disgusting. If I go like this on my forehead, my whole fingers will be covered in grease.
And that's what we use for the sauce. That is added to the sauce for the extra flavoring. But
it's revolting. My skin is terrible. It's some of the worst you could have. And I was on Accutane when I was a kid. It's better now than when I was a kid. When I was a kid.
Yeah, this is the grease. In addition to the bacon grease, he puts the hand grease in.
A teenager growing up, and I started to get facial hair. All of the pores on my face got infected. Whoa. And one day I went to work. Remember I told you I worked at that health food store, salads and stuff? I went to work, and my face was so inflamed with acne. My boss said to me, "You've got to go to a doctor." He's like, "Dude, there's no way."
Like, what if he's like, "You got to take showers, dude. Like, this is getting nuts."
You can live like that, and you're just hitting puberty. He's like, "You've got to go to a doctor for that."
What? No worker's gonna say that. Dude, you're just hitting puberty? Dude, you understand what's coming, right? Puberty. It's gonna get way worse, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of bosses say that.
Can live like that, and you're just hitting puberty. He's like, "You've got to go to a doctor." None of the goals, I'm fucked. And essentially, I'll be going grocery shopping. I guess we're gonna eat a lunch meat sandwich.
Well, Vikes, you know my take. That just shows you how the Subaru situation was real, because that's how bad it was. She had no other option. Subaru Man was literally hurting her in physical way, and she had to make a choice to come with this greasy, self-proclaimed greasy gentleman.
For that, because that's just going to get worse. And how are you going to live like that? Your whole face is going to look disgusting for your whole life. So I went to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist prescribed me Accutane.
But I thought you went there just because your mom went there. What happened to that part?
Face is going to look disgusting for your whole life. So I went to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist prescribed me Accutane. And then I still have acne, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was when I was a teenager. Like, that was atrocious of pain and inflamed. It was disgusting. So I just have insanely bad skin. Mr. Game Master, thank you for the super chat. So do you think Baldur's Gate 3 will run smooth on PS5? I would hope so. I would hope that they've optimized it so that it runs well.
Baldur's Gate, not interested. All right, we're in overtime. Last clip of the day right here. Can't watch the whole thing, but let's get a little bit of ear infection lore here. We're going to watch the intro because it's funny.
Now it's the...
What's going on, everyone? Darksidefil here.
Then it's codename Kids Next Door. This is Cartoon Network.
The fuck is that? Oh my god! I lead. All right, Jade, it's cool for you to come back. Ear infections, you know, it's a good question, Vladimir.
Right here.
I started live streaming in 2013, and I always had closed ear headphones, and I did that all the way from 2013 all the way through 2020. And all of a sudden, that year the pandemic started, I started getting chronic ear infection. Now you tell me what changed. I was always using closed ear headphones, so I really have no idea. And then when I stopped using the closed ear headphones, I haven't had an ear problem since. Not once.
Not once. You tell me.
So I really don't know.
The math doesn't add up.
I wish I could answer. I'm stumped. You know?
I'm
really
stumped.
Show them. I went to the doctor. Well, I did. I went to the clinic because the fucking doctor won't see you. Especially during the pandemic, the doctor wouldn't see you unless you had COVID. So I went to the
all right, boring. We're not hearing all this. Boring. It's kind of off the point anyway. But there we go. Let's put on this clip. The clip that started it all. But there you go. That was the cocktail of medications, which I think we learned what the cocktail of medications was. It was just for acne, right? And that's what I'm taking away from this. It literally was just for acne. So, you know, now where does this go in terms of the iceberg we have here for us? It's one of those ones where it's kind of deep, but it's not like that interesting. So I don't want to put it that high, you know? So where are we putting this? Where are we putting the medication? I think it's kind of air raid lord-ish, where it's like, I don't want to mean like cocktail goes under alpha omega sin. Okay. So I think mid-tier is fine. I think it's a mid-tier character in our story. It kind of feels natural here, though. Yeah, if this is first time seeing the iceberg, all of those commands work. So you can, if you want to see any of those videos where we cover those things, they're all there in the chat. So search what you want to see, and it's all time-stamped. So we're gonna be filling this shit out. We might do another one this week, actually. Maybe on Thursday. Maybe I might do one of those pre-show. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here right now. By the way, I think it's right here next to like lower tier. I got to get names for this, you know, names for these fucking tiers, you know, but anyways, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think it's going to stay there for now, and we can always fix it later, but maybe Thursday we might do another one. The back injury is a good one. I know we kind of went over that in the car crash, but I think there's more there. Also, there is some, Latino story is good. Crushes is good. A lot of things we can cover on the plunge here. There's an endless source of. So the goal for this iceberg is to be the iceberg of icebergs, right? So this is where you want to go to the deep of the deep, right? This is where you want to go where it's barely interesting, right? That's where we want to be at. But I hope you have fun hanging out today. I know I did. It was really fun to hear about the medication of Darkside Phil today. You're all legends. I'll send you to King Jad after the outro song, of course. And you're all legends. Thanks so much for the contributions, everybody. It was a lot of fun. See you Thursday, everybody. You're all legends.